going to find out that jumping on is a lot easier than jumping off.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know. The air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad.
Yeah, hey,
Loaded.
Yeah, it's already happening. All right, here we are. We're kicking off another episode. Is this episode 21?
21, yeah.
21. We made the legal drinking age.
There you go.
Ooh, bam.
Line it up.
There you are. That's how it's kicking off. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to another episode of the ThinkStopper. You know who I am. I'm Trez Mala, and we got Mikey over here.
Yo, we're back.
Yeah, fucking doing it in. We've got a good guest over here today. I'm gonna get into it real quick, but
She's very giggly.
yeah. But yeah, before I get into that though, I was gonna say I fucking forgot. There's a lot of shit going on in the news that I want to cover, and a lot of things have been happening in and around these last years. This is the way things are, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to have our guest on, because she's dealt with some shit online, which in watching the way she handled it was even better. So I wanted to bring her on to talk about that. But our guest also used to have her own radio show for a while there, and we're going to get into that and stuff. But I would like to just get it started and bring on our guest and say welcome.
Hi.
Chaotic Kim.
Hello. How are ya?
Doing good. All right, that's about as official as I'm going to get on that shit right there. And that was pretty terrible. I'm pretty stoned, so...
You think?
Yeah, it's starting to set in a little bit, and that's good. It's good.
I saw the phase of setting in of stonedness.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting a little relaxed, you know, just getting in there. The seat's
It's that
warm.
time. Yeah, it's that time.
The seat's warm. Yeah, it is.
Well,
Oh, is that you? Me? Oh, we got some...
No, that's me.
I was going to say, I don't think it's mine.
No,
It looks
yeah.
good on there, though. It looks really good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we look all right.
We got the live stream going on.
Yeah, on Chaotic Kim page if you want to check that out.
Yeah, well, well, I guess it'll still be up there afterwards, right?
Yep.
Because this is going to be, we have an episode coming out after or before this one, then this one's going to come out. But for everybody, they'll be catching a sneak peek, a little preview.
Yep.
How you doing out there, everybody? I hope you're having
Get
fun.
in there, Trez. Show them what we're...
There's our host.
There he is.
There he is. There's his face hole.
There's the forehead. for
I
you
am.
guys to
I
see.
did tell Mikey when we were talking before you got here, Trez, is that
Everybody
you had mentioned that
before me.
there was something that you were going to bring up today, and I was like, I told him, I was like, I was racking my brain. I was like, I can't at all remember what went down.
Oh, okay. No, that's great. That's great.
That's
so,
great.
real quick, let's just get into so everybody knows a little bit of who you are outside of just having, you know, some radio and a following. How'd you get there and everything that all is. I know you're from Hawaii.
I am.
Yeah, I remember that from being on the show with you with Mario.
Yeah, that's a vague recollection as well.
Yes, that's how we met. I did the radio show.
Gotcha.
With Mario, and you were on.
I think I popped in.
Yeah.
I tended to do that unannounced and uninvited.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
It's basically how I got the radio gig
Yeah,
in general.
popping in.
I'm like, hey, what's up?
Me too. That's
I'm like,
how
go ahead and sit down here.
That's how it works, you know. This kind of this is my thing now. How you doing? But
Yeah, born and raised in Hawaii. I always say that, but that's totally a lie. I'm from Hawaii, but I moved there when I was 10 months old, and then left when I was 18 because I didn't realize the paradise I was given. Now I do. The older I get, I'm like, I should have stayed.
Should have made it work.
Yeah,
Should have made it work.
Should have just made it work.
Yeah, I don't think it would have the same effect on you, though. I mean,
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to get away.
Yeah. But unfortunately, that was a very long time ago. That was in '95 that I left.
Came straight to here?
No, went to Colorado, went to school for a couple years until my parents made the fatal mistake of buying me a Summit Pass for Christmas. Met my future ex-husband on the slopes, never went back to school in Colorado.
Oh,
Slept
wow.
on his floor, spent the
wow.
rest of the year snowboarding. Yeah, my parents were not pleased.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but then we moved to Arizona for a little while, and then we ended up here. So I've been
Okay.
here since '99.
99?
Yeah, I have to claim it, right?
No, it's a good run. You know what I mean? Was that 20 years for getting there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Shit.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
as long here's my thing. I'm a transplant, but I've been here for 27 years. You know, I did my high school out here in Las Vegas, and my whole thing is I think when you just kind of when you become a like a Nevadan, is you enjoy the lifestyle that's out here already. Ain't no reason to, like we got into, we were talking about it before, ain't no reason to California up the place.
No.
You know what I mean?
Please don't.
And
No, that's what's going down. I just saw your post about that too. Didn't you make a post?
well, I was tagged in it with him. Well, there was an incident that I did a show, and a dude thought I was getting a little alt-right because he was from California. He was a
Did
black.
you have a straw in your drink?
He was a black comedian from California, and he's a professed nerd. And I was just making because this is something that's been going on for a while. They say it in Texas. They say, don't California my Texas.
Yeah.
Because you have so many people moving over, and all that shit. And yeah, I was saying the same thing over here, and he took it like
Super offensive.
yeah, he's like, it only takes one word. All you got to do is change one word in your meaning. And I was like, what's that one word? Why don't you say that one word? Let's hear that one word. Let's just, you know what I mean? Because, dude, I was about ready to go off. I'm like, my wife is half black and fucking Filipino. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking
Try me.
Yeah, I'm a mixed race mutt. I don't know nothing but a mixed crew. Like I grew up with these, the guys I grew up around with were called KBH. It was for colorblind homies. Like everybody was like the same. You know what I mean? Like, and it stood for a lot of other things, but that was one of the things. And yeah, I was waiting for this dude, but I don't know how we got off on that. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah,
all he
well,
saw was a white guy, a white comedian, and
Well, yeah, he just wanted to get all Rudy Pooty and shit, and that's like one of the things that I wanted to talk about, or that's why we made that post,
Right.
But it's one of the things I want to talk about. So, but still, Hawaii, you move here, you go through, finding yourself. That's the finding yourself years. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
really got to fuck some shit up, dude. Like, with good intentions, but you got to. I mean,
did,
seriously.
But unfortunately, it was my kid. Because my son was 1 when we moved here, so I really didn't find myself until much later. I got a job at Hogs. I just fell into Hogs and Heifers in 2005 just by accident. Never was going to be a bartender. Started dancing on the bar one day. She was like, "You need to work here." I was like, I don't know how to bartend.
Done.
She's like,
Yeah.
"Can
That's-
teach
it
a
doesn't
monkey how
matter.
to bartend." So, and then I excelled in that, and I've just kind of been in this weird. I'm a great bartender, but I'm more of an entertainer than anything. Like I like to entertain even when I'm behind the bar. So if you tell me to like make you a mojito, I'm gonna look at you so blankly because I like to sling drinks and just entertain people. That's it. I'm not here to muddle. I'm not here to make a craft cocktail that's
Yeah,
on
no.
fire.
No.
That's old school bartending. That's like what I was trained in. Like, there was a time where we would be like, blenders broke. You know what I mean? Like you're not getting the fucking thing. Be like, yeah, we don't do blended drinks here. We don't do that. And it was like gaming bar type stuff. But now that like everybody's, it kind of comes around to that stuff. You do have to, but yeah, no, I was shot, and that's real.
Yeah.
Because the thing is you're doing things, and I don't give a fuck what these people say. All right. As far as, oh, well, you should be able to do both. But when you're slinging booze, like, it is all about fucking how much you're cranking out. You know what I mean? When its volume is busy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be You can't be fucking around. Like you go these places where they got the time. They're burning the wood, and then they're putting the
Spherical ice.
Yeah, they're smoking.
geez.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They're picking up the garnishes with fucking chopsticks and shit. Like you know what I mean. Oh, you want extra fucking cherries? This fucking handful
You know
right
what?
in.
Like flair bartenders, I'll pay you more money to just give me my drink immediately.
Oh yeah.
I don't need to see 15 minutes of show
You're
for
like
that.
fucking juggling. You're passing the drink. It's over here now. It's up there.
Yeah, they're
then
just
you
up there.
drop it.
Can you just
Fucking
pour the shit into the
Jesus.
cup and give it to me?
Right, and then you get it, and you're like, oh yeah, that was supposed to be club soda, not fucking.
Yeah.
not-
Start over.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
Not
what do I
Sprite.
always? No, what do I always get is not what's it, the tonic. They always give me tonic. I ask for club soda, you know, but yeah, they go through this big fucking long process.
Because
You
by
know.
that time they forget what the hell you ordered.
Oh, dude. But then they walk around with the fucking. They used to do it at that carnival place. You watch the fucking flare tenders walk around like a fucking seal, like begging for fucking tip money. And I know they rank it in because it's a shameless fucking game. The way they're doing it, just walk around, blowing the whistle. Psst,
I
psst,
hate the whistle.
You know, and they're like, "Fucking come on, tip," and the guy's like,
Yeah.
doing the all hands, like, "Come on." It's like, dude, what the fuck is that? You know, I'm over here like, where's the? And
We're
then,
thirsty, bro.
yeah, dude,
We're thirsty.
I got 6 drinks to throw your way, dude.
It's like
Just-
if somebody asked me to surprise them at the bar.
Oh shit.
What are you drinking? Surprise me. Here's your
Budweiser.
shot of Jameson. Surprise.
yeah, dude. Oh, all the time, yeah.
Don't
All
ask
that
me.
to surprise me. Psst, all right.
Yeah, hurry up, bro. Babysitter's on the clock here, bro.
I wish there was fucking. I
Gotten
wish.
into the babysitter.
I wish there was Blatz beer on tap. I'd just pour just the fucking flat Blatz. Here you go.
Surprise.
Fucking there you are. We
Here's,
have to
here's
burn
my
through.
here's my display beer that's been sitting up there for 6 months.
Oh god.
Surprise.
Got floaties in
You
it.
can see there's a separation. There's like particles like that's rested at the bottom,
It's like
dude.
grease on the bottle from the kitchen all the way across the room. It's like, bro, what is that, bro? It's gross.
Dude,
It's disgusting.
yeah, that kitchen wine we were talking about,
Dusty
oh
ass
boy.
bottle.
It'd be like the bottle of fucking Fernet.
Yeah.
No one drinks the Fernet. I drink the Fernet. I go right for the Fernet. It's
Why?
fucking great.
We had
No,
a
it's
full-on
not.
wine tasting in here
It's
last
strong.
night. The dude had all these bottles of wine on the table, and he kept bringing them out. It was crazy.
Excuse me.
And
Yeah.
you just kept
Why the
pouring.
fuck am I here today
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
yesterday for wine tasting?
Oh, it would have been better for you than me because I'm not a big whiny. Is a whiny the word?
Wino?
Whiny.
I don't know. All I know is if there's a bottle of wine, there better be a sister bottle for me, because I don't stop at one,
Oh, really?
Oh, he had 5 bottles of.
and I get giggly.
He
all
brought 5
kinds of
bottles
shit,
of
yeah.
wine. Yeah, he brought a Malbec. He brought. I forget what the first one was.
One bottle was green. That should help you out. There was a green bottle involved.
There was a.
Yeah,
was green.
totally.
There was a Riesling.
Check my sommelier skills.
There was a Riesling and a Gewürztraminer.
Yep.
And then there was a what is
Dessert
it?
wine.
A mold.
Fucking.
I forget. I don't know. Some fucking.
We didn't learn
something.
much. You could tell we didn't learn much.
I wouldn't have either.
Yeah, we're
Well,
just like, well,
Honestly, I would have just drank it.
Well, like he got a little tipsy, and we're
Yeah.
I guess having fun. So, yeah, it was fine though.
I missed the boat.
He was all fucking. I was smoking the whole time, and he's just like over here. Hey,
yeah. He's like,
he's a
I don't
good guy.
smoke. I don't smoke weed. I was like, all right, bro.
Mike,
Take it in, bro. Take
here
it
you
in.
go, partner.
Yeah, man, and those blunts. I always get a contact high from blunts.
Yeah, but
Always.
yeah, that dude was a trip. Yes, slinging booze in Vegas though. People have no idea the shit that you see at the bar. You're downtown. You're at a bar that's known for that's known to get wild. I mean, they promote getting wild.
Well, Hogs did. Now I'm at Backstage
Oh yeah,
Bar
yeah.
and
I'm sorry,
Billiards.
Hogs
But
did. Yeah,
yes.
sorry, Hogs. And
No,
Heifers,
but
yeah.
that was 11 and a half years of my life that
Oh, wow.
I
Oh, wow.
wrangled that crew.
You got a book.
I do.
You got a book right
If
there.
I could pull it all from the database, I would have a book.
If I can do a podcast series where you just start and then go through just the progression
Day
on from
one.
what you remember,
Couldn't
just boom
even
on down.
imagine the shit that I've seen at that place.
Oh, no, I couldn't. You want to know why? Because I worked on the Strip, and I saw some wild shit. I could imagine down here with you know what I mean? Like everybody gets more fucking hardcore down here than they do on the strip.
You get a good number of locals at that bar though too, right?
Hogs and Heifers was about a 50-50 split
yeah.
back when I was running it. Now
But you got a lot of
it's been
bikers
2.5
there.
years, yes. And it's been 2.5 years, and I've heard that it's changed dramatically in not a positive way. I don't know. I'm a little biased because, you know, I was the manager for 6 years.
Yeah, no, totally.
And then I left, and I'm like, it's probably shit. But everybody keeps telling me it's kind of shit. But I don't really know because I haven't been back in. But I hear it's kind of getting more watered down. It's not true to how it used to be. Because in 2005, when I started, I walked in a week after soft opening and started my shifts a week after that. So it was 2 weeks after they had literally opened the doors, not even grand opening yet. And it was literally the wild, wild west at that point. There were zero rules. There was zero rules. All we had to do was dance on the bar once an hour and make sure we were putting money in that drawer. Whatever else happened. So then the memo book started happening, and that's because we started fucking up shit. In the beginning. There's multiple memos in this book. One was you cannot set a bottle on fire and throw it in between your legs and then have the other bartender blow fire from it. Legitimately, that's the memo. Another one, you can't have water balloon fights in the bar. My bad.
Yeah.
All good until one hits the register and shorts it out.
Oh, shit.
Can't shoot fireworks off in the bar on 4th of July. That was also me.
Statute of limitations is up on that. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
So much stupid shit.
I think they got better fire systems in there now.
It was all so dumb, though. It was the Wild Wild West, and I really learned how to hone my pretty impressive skill of shit talking.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I've had to rein it back in since going to Backstage Bar and Billiards because they're a little bit more about customer service. And every once in a while, I'll read my customer and I'll let it go.
Yeah, they're Backstage is more of a venue.
Yeah.
You know, they get the bar and stuff like that, but they book in. They're constantly booking acts and stuff like that and doing
For the most part, yeah.
and doing local stuff. You know, but yeah, so you're good over there. Everything's having a good time. Is it still wild? Still getting wild on you?
Backstage is a different wild, man. It's a different wild. You know, you'll find people sneaking around trying to find places to do coke, and I'm like, you guys aren't very slick.
Yeah, wow.
Isn't that what the bathroom's for? Like,
you would think. I was hiding out in the back room to go to the exit, taking a breather the other night, just having a cigarette in the dark. There's these glass doors that go into the bar. I'm sitting there and I see these two guys come around the corner and they're like looking around. I'm like, what are these guys about to do? So I'm just sitting in the dark smoking my cigarette. I don't know how they didn't see the ember burning because I'm like,
Cherries. This
what are you doing over there, fellas? And they hide in the corner, like up against the glass, and start taking out the coke. And I'm
my God.
So I'm just watching this, finishing my cigarette because I'm not going to interrupt my cigarette break. As soon as my cigarette was done, I threw it down, opened the door, and I was like, "What's up, fellas?"
oh shit.
Oh yeah.
And they jumped, and I was like, "Yeah, it's probably time to go." They didn't even argue; they were already on their way out the door.
Oh man.
It was so hilarious. To me, it's not, you know, I don't care what the hell you do. I'm a pot smoker. I don't smoke really at work because it's against our liquor license. I don't want to lose our liquor license. But just don't be a dumbass. Just don't be a dumbass.
Yeah, well, you can't stop that in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a losing battle. It's like, you know, you might as well be those guys that go down there with the Jesus Save signs and your sinner sign down there.
I used to run around them just to put my sin on them.
Yeah, see, you know, and that's the thing is like that just attracts like, you know what I mean? Like when you expect other dudes, then you're gonna just start seeing all that shit.
But Backstage is fun. I've ran into a lot of really cool bands and gotten to speak with them, and fucking Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. Phil Anselmo from Pantera's side project did a pop-up show at our bar in November. Nice. And I ended up on the tour bus getting high with them after work.
Sweet. There you go.
I was like, how does this even happen?
Well, you know, you're there. That's, you know.
and I'm an okay-looking girl behind the bar. I'm like the golden ticket in Vegas. She
Yeah.
has the booze and she looks okay.
Yeah, there you go. And
Yeah,
you're-
they wouldn't have
and you're
invited me,
cool.
that's for sure. Come on, guys.
I did pull in.
I know what
I
you
did pull my
want.
buddy in too. The guy that's the band liaison. They didn't even invite him. I was like, look, I have to have one of my buddies come.
Yeah.
Come on, Jefferson.
Yeah, that. But see, that's cool though, man. You get to meet you get to meet unique people, you know, rock stars and such. And I mean, that'd be cool to meet Phil Anselmo. I mean, I freaking grew up loving Pantera, you know.
He was very cool. He was very. He was a little reserved compared to the rest of the band.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm sure he's probably afraid of somebody trying to kill him.
And he's sober now too, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just saying, you know, when people like blame you for that dude or, you know, a fan killing
Right.
Dimebag, you know, fuck, I'd be a little nervous too, man. Anybody can pop out. Like what shit we just had yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was the day before. Nipsey Hussle got shot. Yeah, man.
I saw that.
I saw the video.
I saw a couple different videos, yeah.
Really, they wanted him dead, right? He was down on the ground. They fucking
It looked like the dude shot him a couple more times. And it looked like he kicked him, too. Did you see that?
yeah,
Is
something
that just for
something to
good
that
measure?
effect.
What the
Yeah,
hell is
it's
that?
personal. It's personal.
Something, yeah, dude. It was. They got him good though, man.
And then the other video was him laying on the ground. Did you see that one?
No.
It was like someone had a cell phone like right there, and it just showed him like leaking. It was like, dude, this dude ain't gonna make it.
Oh wow, man. Yeah, no. The way I just saw the one from the security video, and
It was like over the fence.
it was looking at all the cars in the front of the business, and they're like, it just. I mean, I would never know it was him in that video, but it just shows like this black dude wearing like all white or like a light color, and then there's a couple other dudes you can tell they're bigger than him, and they're all wearing darker colored stuff, clothing, and then somebody that looks like he's wearing blue comes up and starts shooting, and looks like he hits a couple guys or something, and because that one dude just lays there.
Yeah, there was 3 people shot.
Yeah, and then you can see him like go back and then come back and then just really put in a
Finish
bunch
it off.
of put in a bunch of shots on old boy, you know.
People were running and shit. I couldn't tell. Yeah, it was a weird video, but I think it was street beef.
Yeah, man. You know, well, there's, you know that like the dudes on the street, especially anybody that's willing to do a hit, you know what I mean. That shit can get outsourced to look like that, you know, the whole thing, you know what I mean? The fact that supposedly, and I don't know, but supposedly there's people that, you know, that are talking about that whole documentary about Dr. Seabees.
But that stuff's out there.
Stuff is way out there.
It's been out there for years.
Unless what his angle was is how they like silenced the guy, and you know who's in play today.
I mean, unless they were going to name names and had evidence of, you know what I mean, something like that. But I don't see that happening.
I can see it in a sense because they killed Gary Webb.
Yeah.
And he was just reporting on the facts, you know, and he came out and was like, hey, the CIA and, you know, and other people, they're running drugs, you know what I mean? They're bringing it right here, and these are the dudes, and da-da-da-da. And then he gets, you know, he's told people he was being, whatever, stalked or, you know, harassed and shit by like goons, and then he's like shot twice in the head with a shotgun or like whatever, and it's ruled a suicide.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
You know,
Twice in the head.
Yeah.
With a shotgun.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Very good at suicide.
Yeah.
It's such a
so you know
such
what I
a
mean?
wasted talent.
Right?
You're so
It's
good at
one
suicide,
time you
bro.
mastered it.
Yeah.
One time you mastered
There's always somebody who will. There's always somebody who will. You can get to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, street beef, yeah. I mean, it could have, but 100%. But there's also people that would. I mean, that's the logical go-to too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I can't say. It's sad that that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? Like, because there was a lot of him on the mic talking a lot of positive things, a lot of real things that you don't hear from rappers of his generation talking about.
Yeah.
You know, you ask a lot of these dudes, you know, like, oh, what'd you think about this? Oh, I'll be, you're like, okay, fuck. I'll give him politics. You know, these mumble fucking rappers and shit, you know, like, so, yeah, it was just fucked up, dude, that you got, that Nipsey got shot, you know, not good. No way, no. But,
No way, no.
Yeah, no way, no, yeah. No way, no. But, yeah. There was something I was gonna
Were you
talk about.
segueing to something?
Well, I always just lose track of thought, but the one thing that I did want to talk to you about, or, you know, if you don't remember, was that crazy feminist chick.
Okay, I do vaguely remember because this was when I was going to have you on my show, but then there was some things that went down. You're going to have to refresh my memory because beer and weed.
So I did this show. I just actually got off doing the conspiracy tour, comedy tour with Sam Tripoli and Eddie Bravo. And I came back and I did a week at Planet Hollywood. I was hosting. It was a very hard transition for me to go up, and I got away for just a weekend, but really telling fucked up jokes, like really, really fucked up jokes. Like baby killing, the whole fucking thing, you know, like the whole.
How far can I go with this?
Yeah, they told me, like, dude, you can't go far enough, and I didn't, and I couldn't, because even when I got off stage, like, a little Asian girl was like, I thought you guys were gonna go harder. I'm like, what the
Like,
fuck?
I talked about
like,
dead babies.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, it was like, this, you know, hardcore. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, you're good.
Excuse me.
We might use that sound
I'm a
bite.
fucking lady.
But so I get back and I do a week over at Las Vegas Live. I'm hosting, and I gotta kind of I can't do those jokes, you know what I mean, especially when I'm a host. So the transition was difficult. It was awkward for me, but I didn't do bad. Well, out of one of these shows, this very lipstick dolled up kind of, I don't know what she really claims, like if she's actually banging dudes or she's into chicks, but she's big and she's kind of a lock, stock, and leather kind of girl, you know, bebopping girl, whatever. And everything's done nice, but, you know, plus size gal. And I forget her name. It was a very unique name. And she was like, "Oh, I really liked your stuff," and da 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 da, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know what I did," you know. And so she was like, "I want to follow you," and so followed her on Facebook, and I hooked her up with my guy, did her AC and all stuff, and I made one fucking post about why I asked, I go, why aren't feminists upset that these dudes are identifying as girls, transgender, whatever, going into their sports and dominating them?
I remember
right?
that.
Dominating them and taking the medals, when the girls who you're supposed to be all about, the feminists supposed to be all about, are being shortcutted, circumvented, marginalized, and fucking just, you know what I mean, totally fucked over. And it, you know, and she goes, "Well, I'm a feminist and it doesn't bother me. I actually support it." And I go, "Do you not? That flies in the face of feminism." Right? You know what I'm saying? That flies in the face of feminism. If you're about the women, why would you let a dude transition over
and then completely dominate
and
something?
then you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really make sense. Like, why wouldn't you empower women? Like, be like, sorry, you can go participate, like, get the fucking transgender Olympics going. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you want to identify, all right, the transgender people can then...
Or couldn't there be, like, a level of testosterone you have in your body that cuts it off? I don't know. I mean, it's such a gray...
Olympics.
The low T.
The low T Olympics.
The low T Olympics, dude. Yeah, the nip tuck. Low T Olympics. You have the guys that are you unit or no unit?
Yeah.
So anyways, then she tries to get, like, she gets really upset when I was like, yo, this doesn't jive. And then she goes, well, what constitutes, I forget exactly what your entry in was, but like, I'm actually curious, like what constitutes like when it's not a man anymore, you know, and it's a woman that, because we all know, look at that Fallon, what is it, Fallon Fox, she the MMA chick. You see the pictures of the girl she beat up? Holy fuck,
Yeah.
it looks like she was beat up in a gang fight, like with bats. Like her whole forehead and nose and cheekbone was like one giant hematoma.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like she looked like Rocky Dennis from, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
from fucking whatever that, I forget what
The
that.
fuck with Cher.
The mask.
Yeah,
The mask.
Yeah.
She was swolled up like that. It was fucked up.
That's rock.
Yeah, dude. And you got that one, the track star. I think it was like in Ohio or some shit. It was a train. Dude beat him like by like a quarter mile or some shit. It was.
Yeah, it's not like a marginal amount.
No, and
Usually
then,
it's seconds. You know, like a couple seconds,
like-
half a second.
No,
you
it's
know.
like you have time to like have a
and
cigarette.
if someone's really, your bag's packed, you're already fucking walking off with your medal.
This dude's finished
Yeah.
the interview. He's got his flowers. You know, he's not sweating anymore.
He's already riding around in the convertible, going around the track with the fucking sash and the fucking tiara. Yeah. But here's the thing is like, this cocksucker fucking goes and taunts, goes on social media, is like, well, the straight girls, or, whatever, the regular girls, they just got to train harder. They got to work harder to be like, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
They're low
Are you,
T.
are you fuck? Yeah, dude. Let them fucking jack up.
So now I'm disabled because I don't have enough testosterone to compete in my own fucking division.
You know what? I know a guy. All right, we'll get you dialed in. I know a guy. You get you fucking.
Get me all sauced up.
But this is the thing. This is her logic, was to attack. Now she doesn't know you from anybody, but then starts calling you uneducated and all that stuff. Do you remember all this? Because
Now that you're talking about this, I remember, and I'm probably, because I sent you all this shit. Didn't I send you the correspondence? So you could actually probably look it up on Messenger.
I think I might have. I might have reached out to you and say, hey, this chick's going a little nuts. I'm sorry, because you know what I mean. I think I gave you a little heads up, and you're like, then you go, cool. I didn't think.
Cool.
No, you're like cool. I don't think that like, you have anything to do with this or whatnot. But could you send me screenshots? She's blocked me.
Yeah, she blocked me, and I wanted the screenshot. She blocked me as soon as it got a little bit like where she couldn't give me a clear response. I think that's what it was.
Then that's when it
yeah,
started.
she was like, "Oh, block." I'm like,
well, that's when she was past the name calling, like she couldn't handle the conversation anymore, and it was like this rudimentary stuff. It was like, well, how many genders are there, and how do you determine that that's actually a different gender? When it was like to talk about procreation.
it's totally coming into. I'm totally remembering it now.
And then she was like, the biology. Yeah, the girl was like, she was like, oh, well, it's a science, and was like, that's not an argument. Like it was unbelievable. It was like everything out of.
She was saying that there were multiple genders, and I was like. And that when you transition, you are genetically, that's what it was. She was saying once you transition, you are genetically a female.
Whoa,
and I said
that's
that is not factual. That is against science, because while I don't disagree with like whatever you want to transition, do your thing. But that does not make you genetically a female. What makes you genetically a female is 2 X chromosomes.
Yeah.
And you cannot change those chromosomes no matter how much testosterone you don't have in your system or how much you alter your body. And she was so mad at me.
Oh, no.
So mad.
Beat her with science.
Dude, it was, and that was the thing. That's ultimately the argument, because no matter what you do, no matter what you take out, whatever you were to replace, add on, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, whatever, at the end of the day, you're not going to just cross species on the DNA, on the genetic level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's like, whether you believe it or not, but that's even Darwin, he even acknowledged in his own evolutionary theory that, he talks about it being jumping from species to species, the evolutionary chain. But when he fucking was asked to prove that, where does it happen in in nature.
Right.
Where does it happen that he's talking about? He goes, well, it hasn't happened in our lifetime. It's already done, basically. And he was saying, well, I don't have any evidence to really back it up, but that's what my whole thing is. So then you get into eugenics and shit like that from there. But the evolutionary change, what I'm getting at is nothing's jumped from one species to a completely different species. There's an adaptation that happens within the species, like the fish that crawl out of the water to eat, some have like developed how to like breathe air or some shit in like the Galapagos. Then you got the lizards that swim 50 feet down to go eat. You know what I mean? You see a pattern here. They're going someplace to eat.
They
It's
adapt to survive.
Yeah, but nothing changes. Nothing goes from like fish to fucking pig.
Right.
Or, whatever you're supposed to go up with, like in consciousness. Like the consciousness doesn't change, like, and it's unbelievable that people wouldn't subscribe to that, but it's unbelievable to me that people think that that's what happens with these chemical replacements and all stuff like that.
And that was my main issue. And I'm going to have to go to the bathroom and inhale some cigarettes in a minute. But I'm going to have to deactivate my live feed soon because I want to pull up all those screenshots. Because now I want to know exactly what happened because I do now remember what we're talking about.
God bless the
And
screenshot.
for me, it was all about, for me, I wasn't even arguing whether or not people should be transgender or if I think it's right or wrong. I was just arguing her vernacular.
Correct, yeah. That's
And
the thing. Like you
it's
come off,
not
people,
okay.
and they'd be like, "Oh, you're homophobic." Like, no. I'm just talking the
just
facts
saying
and the science.
You're wrong about that.
Yeah.
That right there. They're not genetically a female. It just is what it is. There's just no way around it.
No, easy.
It's the truth. It's what it's like. It's crazy. Well, you talk like it's crazy because you have to go crazy trying to talk to a crazy person. You know what I mean? And that's the fucking part. It's like, okay, wait, just fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah, well, she did. She got all name-cally on me and stuff. And
That's
then,
how you know you won.
Yeah, I know. That's that's exactly what I think he said. He was like, "Oh, you just won that showdown."
Yeah, that's how
dude,
you know
that's
you won.
when people lose their cool, they can't articulate themselves and conduct themselves in a civil manner. Then there's one, no need for discussion anymore because you're done, and then two, you've conceded. You haven't rolled over and given up your belly, but you're tucking your tail, you're walking away, and you're barking over your shoulder. And that's just the sad fact. And that's me. I've always been about the art of debate, the art of conversation. Presenting an argument, and not in like the formal sense, but you actually got to make a point either way. You got to make a point when you're countering it, and you got to make a point when you're making the statement or you're making your argument. And people don't do that. They just go all off of taunting. They go off of name calling. They go off of logical fallacies. That's the big thing. Appeal tos. Well, this is that, and that's close to that, so they're both the same. That's my argument. You know what I mean?
You guys
like
remember
birds
that
of a
shit
feather.
in the SATs? Like, what were those things called? Where you had A equals B, therefore C equals D.
Equations.
No, it was in the language section.
As I say, those are logical fallacies.
There was a name for it when you took the SATs or the ACTs. I would have to.
I don't know.
I'm retarded.
I'm not a college person. They were like, "Oh yeah,
100%."
You're like, there's more. I was like, there's more tests. There's more schooling. I'm out, dude.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't think I made it that far in school.
Oh, I definitely took the SATs. I'm college educated, but I'm bartender, so
I
dad's
just
proud.
graduated. Well, yeah, the majority of people. I caught a lot of heat when I started bartending at 21 in a casino. People were all mad at me. Well, I was a bar back, but I was able to pour. As a house where the bar apprentice can pour. And they were all mad. They're like, dude, you're walking in on a gig. It's like 60, 65,000, and once you get bumped up, you're going to be like, $75,000 a year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you
and then you can't get fired. You have to die.
Yeah, and then they're like, they're like they go what they pull? They go we're over here in our 40s, making the same shit with your shit ass. Like people treated me like, oh, this fucking
guy.
piece of shit kid. But
we got mortgages and kids. You got a fucking cell phone bill.
yeah,
That's
dude.
it. That's all you got.
I'm like, fuck you. I'm buying a house.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works, but I have to pee. So
Yeah, go ahead, Pete. Let's fire it up.
Fire it up. Well, don't fire it up.
Yeah.
Don't fire the bottle and the legs, whatever you were talking about earlier. But
Yeah,
Just go, just go relieve yourself.
Don't burn the chair. All right, so we were able to find a little bit of that,
a lot of it, my friend.
the screenshots.
I don't
over
know.
Here.
It might have to be shortened. But it all started, I messaged you personally and said, you move that thread from me, bro.
Oh, okay. Because I know I had to reach out to a couple people and be like, oh, this bitch is tripping, dude. Don't be a nothing, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's like, it was more than you on some other ones too, but
Yeah,
this one was.
I was just like, you remove me from that thread, bro. that was how, and that was our first correspondence ever on Facebook.
Nice.
You removed me from that thread, bro. You said no. I only delete if somebody asks. So yeah, that's where it all came from.
Yeah, I don't be deleting shit, dude. I'll be unfollowing people because they unfunny and shit. You know what I mean? You gotta be funny. If your shit ain't funny, I'm not fucking following you. That or I might tolerate your shit, but you know, don't be fucking censoring people. You know, just go a different way.
There's her name.
Yeah, do you even know how to pronounce that?
Let me look at it.
Do you even know how to pronounce?
Thryne?
Ooh.
Thrine?
Is it?
Thryne. Thryne?
Thryne von Arx.
It's a cool name.
No, it's not.
It's a cool little gimmick there.
Thryne.
Thryne.
You've been
Hey, you know
thrined.
what? But here's the deal. You know, I know. I will say this. Like, I know where her intention is. I know, like, the heart. It's all heartfelt stuff. It's just. It's a little skewed, but I'm not saying.
It's funny. She's friends with Waz. Of course. Like,
Not surprised.
I'm not saying, you know, she can have those. She can't have those beliefs or anything, but like the level of what she is suggesting that she is saying, you know, like it switches and stuff like that, which it's there, right? I think I have. Anyways, it's just. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. But
I mean, this is what started it. She says, maybe I'm assuming that, but Thrine says, I also know there are huge variations in gender without getting too fancy. Usually transgender women are on hormone pills, hormonally, and then later genetically they are female. That's verbatim what she sent.
later genetically.
And my response was, hormone therapy does not change DNA. There is absolutely no way, as of yet, to genetically change a person, whether it be eye, hair color, sex, gender. There are individuals who are born with an extra chromosome, i.e. XXY. This does boost the hormones in the other direction of normal for genetic male or female. But even with those naturally occurring hormone boosts, they are not genetically the other sex. I do not have any issue with transgender individuals. Someone deciding to identify with the other sex doesn't affect me in any way. But I do think that the scientific facts should be stated correctly. It did not go well.
Yeah, well, and, you know, and here's the thing. I mean, she's a professed feminist. Why wouldn't you ultimately stick up, like, for women? I don't understand that. Like, if that's isn't that the point of it? Feminism? Like, to put the women...
I think I don't know, man. I don't know anymore, because originally it was to stick up for the female population, but now
this
it's
seems like anything
or
to
is it
destroy
everything's
guys.
equality, or it's just
It's
like,
weird.
let's take down the dudes.
Yeah, you know, like, why not, like, work together?
I'm a huge
But
fan
only
of
the dudes that claim to be dudes. If the dudes are claiming to be chicks, we're cool with those dudes.
Cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Settle down, dude. This is
No, hey,
crazy.
my whole thing is, you know, find happiness in life. with the shit that's, you know, and the people on both sides need to realize that, you know, like there's a lot of people that are like, oh, that's weird, that's fucked up. Yeah, but that ain't you. So don't worry about it. You know what I mean? It's not how you're living. I'm living in life. I'm just trying to find happiness, you know?
Right,
And if
which
you're trying-
everybody is, for the
happiness
most
and
part.
love. Yeah, some people, man, they say it, but they're not living that way. You know what I mean? They're not living that way. It's tough with discipline to live, but, you know, trying to really overly push your shit on people to change to change the physical science of things is unbelievable. You know,
Yeah, you can't. And
the biology, the nature of things.
that, like, immediately, all I said was stating scientific facts, and her response was, genetically, there are so many people that aren't the gender they think they are. I'm too tired to go into it. Ding,
Oh, wow.
ding, ding. You don't have an argument. That's how I took that immediately. Oh, I'm too tired. It's like, I'm too tired to teach you, you simple-minded bitch.
Yeah, what an amazing.
Take a nap.
And then get back to me.
Come back with the facts.
Yeah,
I'll be here.
go study up. Go bring me that research.
Come on, Thrine.
I said, you're talking about thoughts and feelings. Genetics, DNA, is not fluid. She goes, no, not talking about that at all. Huh? Huh? Gender is not one thing or the other every single time, scientifically speaking. Like I said, I'm tired. Please don't put words in my mouth ever again.
That's what she said?
Yeah. Where the hell did I put words in her mouth? It was just so silly.
Yeah.
Look.
Interesting.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh, it's great. I'd forgotten about it too. I'm going through it and it's freaking gold.
Was that the last one?
No, there's shit tons more.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just in they're screenshots, so they're in picture to picture.
Okay, yeah, you haven't. You're saying I can't read like you. No, I haven't put any words in your mouth.
You
There's
got
so many
that super
people that-
zoom on there. It's like, whoa.
I do. I've got old lady font.
No. That's fine. No, I can't. I can't read out loud like you're reading like it's flowing. I stand by my statement that I understand gender dysphoria exists, and who the hell am I to say anyone can't live the way they want? It's beautiful
That's
it's beautiful that acceptance is coming around. What I'm simply saying is genetic cannot be changed via hormonal therapy. Let's see this response. You're talking about thoughts and feelings, genetics,
That's
DNA
me.
is not fluid. No, that's what she wrote.
Is it?
Oh, putting words in my mouth.
Okay.
Capitals.
Got it.
You.
That means she's yelling.
Yeah, she's pissed.
fired up.
But she's so tired.
Fucking sharpening her
All right,
Thrine.
Kim. LOL. No, but okay. Thrine. I always want to say Tron. I don't know why I want to call her Tron. I'm gonna call her Tron. Wait, sorry. How long have you been working in the medical field? Question mark.
You don't have to work in the medical field to know this stuff. This is crazy talk.
It's so fun.
I can't.
I think I actually stated some of my bad. I don't work in the medical field. I think I stated that point blank, but I am educated.
She goes, at no point was I talking about thoughts and feelings. I posted some links you can read. Go do that. In the meantime, I'll stop buying beer at your bar.
Like she's an everyday
Shucks.
customer. Like you're a day, like I'm gonna boycott. You can't boycott something you never fucking, fucking started at and fucking.
I was heartbroken
Yeah.
over that loss.
And if you're a feminist, I think the proper term is girl caught. You can't boycott if you're a feminist. You know what I mean?
There's a dude
We're gonna
named
broadcott this fucking place. We're broadcotting.
Broadcott.
Broadcott.
I'm bringing that up.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Broadcott.
Walk out. Come on, ladies.
Ladies.
Like, remember the chicks from the feminists
Wasn't
from
this the suffrage
PCU?
movie?
You ever see that movie PCU with Jeremy Piven?
Yes.
Remember the feminists?
Yep.
That college campus was so 2000 like now, not fucking 1998. You know what I mean? It was so like what's going on now.
Yes.
It's so crazy. That movie, I just recently watched it. I was like, wow, this is
So ultra stereotypical.
because what they do is they basically
typecast.
just over exaggerated
Yes.
the college experience.
And it
what they
now
do they
is what it
created-
is.
They created today's climate. It's
gross.
crazy.
So listen to this.
Gross is another
A
word.
a guy named Troy. I don't know if I should put out his whole name. Cool guy. You might know him here in town, but he writes, "Hey Tron, so So where are all the female baseball pitchers? Where are all the quarterbacks, baseball or basketball players? If the WNBA had salaries in the millions, men would be claiming they were trans and dominate the league. There are genetic differences. Yeah, he's like, there are genetic differences to the sexes. If you fail to recognize that, I can't help you. And then actually, let's see if he's in. Oh no, we might have cut him out.
It's like Marla Hooch from A League of Their Own.
Hey, King Tamer, he did right. He wrote, a person genetically XXY could be either a masculinized.
XXY would be a feminized. Still, gender would be male, because as soon as that Y chromosome jumps in, you're a fucking dude.
I don't get the chrome. I don't get this whole thing.
Dudes are XY, females are XX.
Okay.
And then there is an anomaly that happens every once in a while where there's an extra chromosome.
Okay.
In that genetic sequence.
Gotcha.
If there's an XXY, actually, no, I'm wrong. The XX is the female with a little extra testosterone. Is that what he was saying?
I don't know.
I think so.
Holy shit. There's a lot.
But it doesn't mean that you are fluid in the gender. It just means you have a little extra boost of a certain, because women have testosterone.
Yeah.
We just don't have it like you guys have it.
Oh, she got into it with a guy that was actually a customer of mine on the tour. That's a friend of mine on the deal. She got into it with him. But hold on, let me go back to. I then send. So Troy hits her with that. So, I send you a screenshot of her messaging me, and it's funny is in the screenshot because I have I guess it's like the last thing that you wrote. Mm-hmm. It has your name and it says "This chick is gold," right?
Even then, I knew how good it was.
So I wrote or she wrote to me. She goes. In my messenger, I'm starting to think you hate chicks.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I know you have children with one. But does that make you actually respect women? Anyway, based on all your posts and the factual evidence I've been reading over time, I conclude you hate women and you have some kind of issue you need to deal with. You should go deal with that for real.
You should do some reading because she's tired.
Your hatred is super toxic and insulting. It ruins the comedy scene for me because I love going to.
Oh, is she broadcasting something for you too?
Yeah. She goes. It ruins
fuck the comedy scene too.
It ruins the comedy scene for me because I love going to comedy shows. But now what? Now I have to avoid any shows that you're in? Question mark.
Talking about you?
Yeah. She goes. Anyways, whatever. It's a losing battle. Thanks for ruining the comedy scene for me.
Oh my God, you single-handedly
tore it down.
Destroyed the comedy scene. And you weren't even involved in this conversation.
Well, I was my post. It was from previous posts, so she was going off of that, and then like me not defending her, because I'm it doesn't. So in my reply, I wrote, "I'm sorry that that's what you deduced from my posts. Yeah. They're just thoughts. I just have a different opinion than others, and you don't have to worry about me being on shows. I'm not on that many, She goes, you start shit and conjure up a ton of hate with all your low IQ followers.
There we go. There's the first name call right there.
If you have any kind of voice in this town, and you do, you should use it for good. I am Honey Bear. I am.
You said that?
Yeah. It's left to the no, I didn't say that.
Oh my God, that would have been so good.
That's my reply now. I am, and I have been. I always have been.
Honey
but I go,
bear.
I go. It's left to others to make of what of it that they want. I am a small facet in this gem of life. Sometimes light shines through. Sometimes it's dark on my side. Each day is different. As for all.
Fucking thriving.
There's way more too.
Oh, yeah.
They don't stop, my friend. It's so
Long,
So she's
winded.
like, so she's bringing up Wikipedia stuff about this. She has Josh Keenan, the 6 most common biological sexes in humans. Common.
From Wikipedia?
No, that's from like something
Some guy
Joshua Kinnan. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked it up.
that's talking about the 6 most common, which means there are more than 6 genders.
Kennon is the last name, Joshua. And then then she posted a Wikipedia deal, and I have a guy. His name's Choman. It's a tough name, whatever. It's a tough name to. He's Irish. I like Sean.
Okay.
It could be Sean.
It's probably
for all I know.
Sean. The Q and the X is silent.
Yeah, there's like a AOIMH, C in the beginning.
Wow.
Anyways,
I remember that name now that you're saying it.
He goes, some of these comments are hysterical. You're either XX or XY, woman or man, and no destruction of your body can change that. These variations
Super
that are
aggressive, but I love it.
he goes, these variations
He's
that are
poking
mentioned
Tron.
here are incredibly rare. How people jump through hoops to twist things to fit their ideology is sad. Not rare at all, bud. It was her reply.
Well, I found a list here of 58 genders.
Wow, what are they?
I think there were 72.
They went to 58 here, so here I'll throw some of them out there.
Yeah,
for
give
you.
it to us.
There's bigender, cis male, cis man, cis woman, cisgender female.
Wait. What's the difference between cis male, cis man?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, carry on.
Not
Carry
that
on.
good. Cis male, cis man, cis woman, cisgender female, cisgender male, cisgender man, cisgender woman.
Hold on, time out.
I don't
time
get
out.
it.
All this shit is like the same. Is almost like the same shit, dude.
It's the same shit.
So this is
It's like cheeseburger, burger with cheese, meat with cheeseburger. Yeah.
What, a burger
fucking-
between two
no.
buns with some cheese?
Yeah,
No,
burger,
it's like
bun, burger, cheeseburger,
dude. It's
bun,
like
burger.
it's like Mexican food. It's
like
either-
all the
Taco
same
Bell.
shit.
It's either open, it's a tostada, closed, it's a taco, crumbled all up, it's fucking nachos.
This is basically
You know
the
what I
Taco
mean?
Bell menu where they've taken 3 flavors and made 58 menu items.
Seriously, dude.
soft taco, hard taco, soft taco supreme.
This is the Ramones with a 3-chord progression, just
yeah.
fucking done a few
Just
times.
Boom. I love this one at the end. It's Two-Spirit. There's a Two-Spirit.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
God, we have to know.
Oh my gosh! See, this is just keeping somebody employed. This is like what politicians do.
Yeah, this is
like
a
stuff that like
filibuster
I
of
want
genders.
this job.
Yeah.
seriously.
These are
dude.
made up names.
I can make. Oh, totally, dude. Seriously.
These are marketing fucking
Let's come up
ploys.
with 100 genders,
I love it.
gentlemen.
I love
And
it.
next time we reconvene,
Look at this big,
me
long-
already sliding myself back
this
into your
big
podcast.
long list of words, and then one of them just fucking plops in there. Other.
Other.
Others and other.
If you claim other, I do. What ethnicity?
Ethnicity.
Ethnicity.
You check other?
Yeah, I put other.
I do too, just because I don't want to mark white.
Well,
I
the
always
thing
had
is-
to put other. I didn't know what gender I was or gender. I didn't know what ethnicity I
Fucking-
was until like 2 years ago. I just found out.
I don't know
yeah.
at all. I actually, only thing I thought I knew was that I was supposed to be 20% Native American, and that's what the adoption company told my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I found my biological mother a few years ago, she was like, "Don't be mad." I was like, "What?" She's like, "I thought your dad was Native American. He's totally Sicilian." I'm like,
Nice. Yeah.
"So now I'm Italian?"
You're like, that explains the
Fucking
crotch
explains
grab.
this shit.
Explains everything.
I just put other because I was like, I had like Filipino and Mexican. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't holding your phone hostage. Pardon me.
No, I'm just queuing it back up.
Thing's creepy.
It wasn't. I don't think it would recognize your face.
Oh,
That
really?
would be really weird. if it
That would be
did.
really weird. You're like, yo, and I shaved.
Yeah.
So what's your? Yeah, fuck a bug's flying off of my face.
Oh.
See that time of year we gotta hang up the flies papers.
Was that a bug or was that a piece of your headphones?
No, that was a bug. Oh Jesus! Oh snap! It's fluttering in the air.
It's in the air.
Oh, something's got. Oh, hello.
Is it the daddy long leg?
No.
Oh, they like you. You're like the Cinderella for insects.
For
Or
fucking.
the Snow White. Remember? Snow
If
White?
only they would clean my motherfucking house.
Yes.
She attracts the gnats.
Fruit fly.
It's the gnats.
Gnat. Must be sweet. Okay, I'm trying to get back to where you left off. Okay, we already did that.
Because she does not like you guys. And you met her at a show?
Yeah, she approached me and everything. She liked me. She liked my style.
I didn't know that backstory. That's very interesting to hear that she approached you. And
she liked how the mallow rolled on stage.
You know, real weird about it later.
I probably, you know what? I probably had jokes. You know, what's funny too, is people mistake when I do jokes about Trump that I'm like, well, I am ripping. You know what I mean? But I'm not like digging. Like I'm not trying to like get people worked up or anything. I'm just all I do is repeat what he says. That's it. That's all I do. That's it. And if people are like, they'll come up to me and they either get it as a joke and like, that's really funny, or people are like, yeah, man, like, you know. So I think she came up to me and was kind of thinking that I was like, you know, team, I give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because I'm team IDGAF. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, fuck yeah.
That's how I roll.
I'm also stoned now.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
Just the perfect amount. So, Tron, still yelling at your friend.
Oh, hit the mic. You got it.
Sean.
There you go. Yeah, I think we'll call him Sean, because it's a unique name.
She goes in. I majored in math science in college, and I've had a very long medical career now. This has nothing to do with fitting some kind of ideology. I'm just posting for the basis of giving you info, because apparently you're lacking it. Yeah, I can't hear myself.
We lose you?
Yeah. And
I hear you.
Tron says, you think they're rare because you can't see it, but it happens. And Sean goes, it's rare contrary to your feelings. And her response was, cool story, bro. Tell me about your lab job. Oh, wait, that was my job. Troll elsewhere.
Oh, my God. Troll away.
Troll away.
We're broadcasting this post.
Hello.
Is it there?
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can hear I hear what's going on.
It's the weed.
It's just
fucking
stoned.
blocked out of
It's super loud in there. I
Can't
just
hear anything.
Oh, and then she argues about his reading ability. Also, learn how to read. I never called you my bro. I just called you bro. Because your fucking huge, ugly beard makes you look like a stupid, fucking, retarded ass bro. Go clean your fucking face.
She said this to you,
No,
bro.
this is to the Sean guy.
This is to
I'm like, bro, this bitch is crazy.
This is to this.
She just lost her shit right there. That was the moment she fucking snapped.
To the nicest guy in the world. Like, dude, super nice. I met him on my tour. He's like, hey, man. He's like, you got Facebook, dude? I'll follow you, dude. He's like,
And then
pretty
he
funny
gets
guy.
Tron.
Yeah, then and I think I had to message him. He's like, oh, dude, I'm just having fun with this one, bro. He's like, no, yeah.
He comments to her, not likely, Tron. I'm sure you're as uneducated and nasty as person as you sound on here. And she responds, I'm done arguing with illiterate retards. Maybe you should look into a special home for your problem. So, listen, I'm the first one to say the term retard because I'm just not politically correct at all. But this woman wants everybody to be politically correct. That's why she's talking about all this bullshit about gender fluidity and blah, 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 blah. But then she throws out the term retard left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
There's
Makes total sense.
There ain't nothing but it's this arguing with Swiss cheese, man. You know what I mean? It's a chain link fence trying to hold back water. You know?
Actually, Sean calls her on that. I didn't even see that.
Oh, wait, what he says?
He goes, Tron, wow, retard, very un-PC. You'll be thrown out of the club.
Then you'll have nobody, Tron.
See, I'm just telling
You'll
you,
be
dude.
detroned. Dethroned.
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 I know, that's kind of ruined the street name Tron, huh?
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, and
Tron.
apparently that's when she blocked. Because his next statement was, blocking, ha ha ha, always the way when you can't lay out an argument and instead resort to insults. Bye-bye,
Did she
Tron.
block you too? She blocked you too?
Yeah.
Can't stand pushback.
She hit me in my instant messenger and then fucking bounced.
What'd she say in your instant messenger?
I read it.
Oh.
Yeah,
That was
he
when
read
she
that,
was
yeah.
like saying that I hate women.
Oh, that you ruined the comedy scene
Yeah, and I
for
ruined
her?
the comedy scene.
After she came up to you after a show and enjoyed your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she can't go out and enjoy the comedy scene in Las Vegas. That's a win for Vegas.
That's a win for the whole scene.
That's a
Actually,
win.
yeah, you championed that whole situation.
You know, I do what I can.
Yeah.
I do what I can to help.
That's when I figured out I got blocked too, because right after that I said, I can't see this whole discussion because the same chick blocked me after calling me uneducated, LOL. Screenshot this whole discussion and post it here. I want to see what good old Thrine has to say to you before getting frustrated at something engaging in debate and blocking.
I'm sending
you
her a
as well.
friend request. Just to troll her.
Oh
later.
no, dude! Don't even.
I'll keep it civil.
Dude, she'll see your friend with me and fucking.
No, she can't. She's got you blocked. We should prank call her.
Oh, she can't see me, like, even when I navigate?
No, not when you're blocked. You're totally off the.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Show me
can't
how to-
contact her at all.
Show me how to block my wife. Psych. I like her all my shit because she'll be like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I'm booked for that."
Yeah.
I love you, babe.
Oh, that was fun though. I had forgotten all about that when you mentioned it. When you asked me to come on, I was like,
Do you deal with a lot of that shit? You do deal with a lot, like the whole, there's a, a few types of personalities and women out there, and there's some that butt heads with more independent women than they do like
I think that
people on their team.
I actually think that I don't know what it is about me, or maybe it's where that I work and what I do for a living that makes that not really an issue for the most part for me. I'm an extremely opinionated, very loud individual. But
Build the wall.
people
Build the wall, huh?
I
You
don't-
build no.
I mean, you really want to talk
No,
about that
no.
fucking wall? I
just
I
like-
don't know enough about politics to know whether or not that would be a good point or not. I really fucking don't know.
I just had a lady at the show, and she was like, I didn't even do any jokes about politics. I did a show where shit just burned and crashed and burned. What we were talking about earlier about the black comic getting all funky monkey on me. Anyways, things got a little squirrely. What? Oh, so you found something?
No. It was you.
No.
It was you.
Oh yeah. Oh, the funky monkey bullshit. Yeah. Bad timing, but whatever, dude. That's what I say. Funky monkey bullshit. So, anyways, fuck. Now I forgot. Let's talk about. I was gonna tie that shit
Politics
together.
walls.
Oh yeah, I had a lady on the show. Thank you. Mikey's too busy doing deep research, but
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything about politics, and she's like, I like him because he's not afraid to talk about politics. And I was like, we didn't even talk shit, And then
She
so I
just
was like,
Fucking
yeah.
profiled your ass immediately.
I was like, yeah. I go, I ain't afraid to talk about nothing. Let's have the discussion. People are like, oh, and I go, so build the wall. Right? I just exactly what I go, are we building the wall? And she even started laughing. You know what I mean? And then her people that are sitting next to her, they like looked at each other, and I was like, oh, they've been hearing about it all day. They're all
That's hilarious.
It's so good.
Yeah, man. It puts people in a funny place, man, And if you can laugh at it, we're all having a good time. If not, I'm going to have a good time,
It's
and you
so
guys are going to fucking be
fucked up,
miserable.
though. Everybody's so fucking polarized. It's disgusting, and that's what drives me crazy. What? I'm
Yeah,
not working today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? You got people hitting you up?
Yeah, it's work messages.
No, really?
It's the work chat. Where are you at?
Yeah.
Where are you?
You were supposed
There
to
was
be in
actually
today.
somebody asking me if I wanted to play Breakfast Club this Wednesday for the movies.
What
I
does that
said,
mean? Oh, for
fuck
the-
yeah, I do.
The Breakfast Club. You should go just pull a obscure. Go deep with the movies for the.
I actually do. Normally, lately I've been doing super obscure, like old school horror flicks.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the next one I had lined up, she wants to change it, was all movies from 1956. They're all just really shitty
Whoa.
horror movies.
Hey, that'd be a good one. That was like when they had, they would do like the whole Danger Will Robinson, like they had like the box robots, like you know what I mean, like
It's like
fucking-
a refrigerator box.
yeah.
Yes.
And
Every
some tubing from your dryer.
Yes.
every monster, every robot had the same like gimmick. It's like no deviation from any kind of like story or anything like that. That's how they rolled. But no, there was a really good. And it's funny. Someone brought it up in a thread, and they use it as a great reference. You need to know the movie, but it's a French film. It's called Man Bites Dog, and it's an independent film. And holy shit, dude! I thought it was like just kind of like an artsy
Going
fartsy.
right back into research.
Oh yeah, that's why we need. That's why we need like a laptop or something for you. You can hit
You
it
should
quicker.
have told me. I have 2 iPads and a laptop.
No,
we could have gotten this shit going.
Well, yeah,
so next time I'm on your show,
As I
see
say,
that happening again?
We don't have no internet though. That thing's just that's just.
I have a
there for looks.
hotspot, baby.
It's a prop.
You want to jump on my hotspot?
Oh, there you go.
It's warm. It's warm.
But what was it? What was the movie again? Was it
Man Bites Dog.
Man Bites Dog? Yeah, Man Bites Dog.
1992 crime and drama.
And it's like a reality. They follow this dude that's like this psychopath. He's this French guy, and he kills all these people. And he kills all these people.
I'm into this already.
Right? And it's crazy. And he uses these different techniques. And to him, he's just like very into how he's like talking about it.
Subtitled?
Yeah, it is. And there's a scene where he's always throwing all these bodies into this reservoir, whatever this lake, and at the end of the movie, he goes to the water has to go. The water goes down or whatever. Wherever he's dumping was like a temporary thing. So the thing is filled with like hundred. Like you only see so many, because there's like time lapse.
Yeah.
And the thing is filled with hundreds of fucking bodies. And he's just like, then they go to, when he sees them, he's like, I need help, getting rid of this stuff or da-da-da. And then when they go there and they see how many bodies is there, and he's just like, I need help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever he's like. But it's crazy. But he has this one scene. And
That's a deep statement at that moment, though.
But dude,
when there's hundreds of bodies.
When you type in Man Bites, the first one it gives you is Man Bites Dog. The second one, Man Bites Kim Kardashian.
No, nice.
Which is relatively the same.
Yes.
But there's a scene where they're following him, and he's going into this old apartment building. He goes, I'm just doing this one, just because, whatever. But he goes, sometimes, you need an easy one. You don't need to wrestle around with people and all that stuff. And he goes, so you get the elderly, and man. He goes up to the door, and he's acting like he's giving her he's bringing her medication. And he's just over there, and he helps her with the TV dinner, like whatever. He's like doing all stuff and making sure she's okay. And then they're sitting on the couch, and he's like looking at the camera. Then he just turns at her, and he just starts screaming, whatever he's yelling at in French, like, I'm going to kill you. But and she just goes into shock and like dies from the startlement. And he's like, yeah, that's why I like the elderly. Like it's like, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. It is.
I really do need to. I'm gonna need to. Somebody's gonna have to remind me of this.
It's it's morbid. I went on this French film kick for a while.
Bites Kim Kardashian. Look at that.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Where?
That's hilarious.
I didn't see.
I mean, probably relatively traumatic.
Was
for
he
her,
trying to bite her ass? He's like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite that ass, dog.
Let me see if I can.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna bite that ass. Gonna bite it.
There it is.
Going in.
Here she is. She's walking in. Kim Kardashian. Someone
Going
comes
in.
in.
Oh, from the backside.
Yes.
Just come swoop
Sneak
in.
attack.
Was he trying to bite it or kiss it? I mean, come on. I mean, you say it's biting, but seriously, like, what are you gonna
What a bad security guard. He totally left her fucking vulnerable for the next bite.
I do gotta tell you though, a bite on the ass can be extremely painful.
Yeah, but I mean, with those jeans and all that stuff, is he really gonna get his teeth? Like,
Was she wearing jeans?
No, she was wearing a dress.
I thought she was wearing that leather
thin.
shit.
No, that's thin
Oh,
material.
man,
She
you
could
biting.
it could
That's
hurt real
basically
bad.
a real bite. Yeah, that's basically on flesh.
And the ass, you wouldn't think hurts that much. It does.
well, no, I'm not saying that, but I mean, like, really getting a bite in the ass? Like, really, you biting the ass? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see it. Like, I guess people are weird. Yeah.
That's a fact.
A running bite on someone's ass, it wouldn't work for me. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be able to get the proper bite.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's not the perfect alignment.
You want to feel the pop.
I want to be in there and, like, have the chin under the crease of the butt between the thigh before I get.
Interesting.
You get the proper push up in there and latch on like a placostomus.
Fucking kudos.
Same.
I'd never thought about the process to getting a proper
It's
ass
never been
bite.
into ass. It's like,
It's like it just happens to me. Like I'm like, all right, that one was good.
Second.
I didn't know there was a whole process to it.
Oh well, you know.
That's one thing I love about being a girl.
Slink up into position.
I mean, I'm not a dead fish, but essentially, if we're tired, we don't really have to do anything. In the bed.
Well,
like I'm normally into it, but sometimes I'm like, all right, you need that. All right, cool. I'm not gonna really do anything now.
Yeah,
who's that comedian?
There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors that
Who's that?
that are in place. I don't know.
Never heard of that person.
Tiara?
No,
Tiara?
the name she dropped.
Oh, Dion Cole?
Is that a local guy?
Unless she's saying Ryan Cole.
No, she said she went to Dion Cole out here. I was like, I don't know who that is.
Oh, no, look up Dion Cole. I don't know.
Back
He's
to
over here
deep
getting in
research.
beefs on our shit, and I'm over here talking about biting ass, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
What
I
was
don't
I
know
talking
what the hell's going on. At
Yeah,
this
that's the beauty of the podcast. You know, we just bebop around, but
Gotta keep up, Kim.
Well,
Gotta
I have
keep
to
up.
pee again, so I'll catch up when I get back.
yeah.
Sorry, I have a girl bladder.
Yeah, as I say, we got a chick on, so this. So I just want to switch gears here and go over something that I'm seeing on the news, which is hilarious to me because Joe Biden is running here. He says he's going to run for president and shit like that, and And here we are. We're kind of talking about feminism stuff, and he's very he was a very vocal individual with the Me Too movement. Here's something very peculiar about the Me Too movement and the people that they've used, the politicians that they've used to endorse and push and be a part of all this stuff. They've all been like accused and or outright busted with a lot of sexual assault, abuse, rape.
Why do you think they're
all
the Me
sorts-
Too movement?
Yeah, I know. It's like the thing that's like people do that so they can it's like pedos that, always being around like, church organizations
but I love
or
the
whatever.
church. I
Yeah,
love helping the youth.
The boy, the people that are, that have infiltrated into the Boy Scouts and all that kind of stuff. But so here we have Joe Biden who had that thing with like Lady Gaga talking about it. And he was like sitting in the chair and she was standing up. It was very I think that's from what I remember how it was the commercial. It was very awkward, but he was talking about all that stuff. He was talking about how the the whole Me Too movement, the section, it doesn't
So
stand.
this was a commercial,
yeah,
and he was sitting, and Lady Gaga was standing.
I think so. If Mike, you able to look that up? The Lady Gaga, Joe Biden.
Like if that's the case,
Me Too commercial.
That's some classic. Because I took psychology of media as well. It was one of my favorite courses in college, and that's sending a very clear message right off the bat just by body language.
Oh well, on Drudge Report, right? They have a picture. It's the #1 article. Out of touch. Second woman speaks out. The thing is, they show him with all these pictures of him with his hands groping chicks.
Gaga and Joe Biden have teamed up in a new public service
Yeah.
announcement for the It's On Us campaign.
I know the effects, the aftermath,
Yeah. So,
Yeah, she is standing.
psychological, physical.
well, she's not definitely sitting.
She's
She's
the
definitely not
she's on the
sitting,
chair,
she's
the
not a
arm- the
tall
armchair.
person.
Yeah. She's like it's a.
Assault on college campuses.
Will it happen to her? She's shown enormous courage.
And the duo are urging everyone to speak out.
But we're
So-
here to remind you
It
that
seemed, even the hand movement right there seemed very scripted. And
and to know that they will be there to help you. There will be someone to listen. Because you know what? It's on us.
That commercial just is so greasy, dude. Like that thing is like so contrived. I can see the contradiction in their eyes and their actions. It's just to me that's just what I see, and especially because these people were on Team Harvey Weinstein. You know what I mean? These people were like, but so we have all these pictures of Joe Biden. Like his thing is just to be eerily creepy on women. I mean, we're talking years and years, kids, dude, like trying to kiss them and the way he's holding their faces. You see him like the little kids, the little girls standing right in front of him, right at fucking cock length, damn near, and he's got his hands on their face like I mean, look at these
Yeah, that
and
makes me
these ones are the tame ones.
So
All right.
just to chime in real quick.
How are they going to deny all
There's
this?
some breaking news. It was 2 people were shot at Nipsey's memorial in front of his store just now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's going on.
For real?
Yeah, right now it was just a breaking news story.
Good lordy.
Where are we at?
I just this day always freaks me out because it's the first. Oh no, this is some This is no
Yeah.
fucking joke.
2 people shot during Nipsey Hussle's memorial.
What are they showing out?
It's a helicopter shot with a bunch of medics on scene.
Oh man, Grease.
Can't even have a
I
funeral.
never understood like I've never flocked to like a memorial. You know what I mean? Like I
No.
always want to like you see it and I get it. I get that like people want to grieve and have closure, but like you see it on the news all the time when like you know like a motorcycle accident and someone passes away and then like 300 motorcycles show up to the scene. I'm like, dude, that's not helping. You know what I mean? Like it was dangerous for one motorcycle.
Right.
You know, like let's not bring all the motorcycles here. It's obviously it's dangerous. You know, and like this, it's like you don't have to be there. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't just you know just check in. You know,
Yeah, you
chime in
know.
on Facebook Live. That's good enough. You know what I mean?
It's like I'm you know, I mean maybe you guys could come to my funeral. I just want you to throw me in a hole.
Why is he so creepy?
Yeah, I know, dude. He's
It
just,
is really super creepy.
Like
He's
all those
just
videos
odd.
of him like rubbing the girls. He's got like the like rubbing their shoulders and
Or even the picture. I don't know the younger.
like if I just
Woman,
came
I
and
just
stood behind
briefly
you and put my
glanced.
hands on your shoulders like Kim's here. You know,
Like,
thanks Kim. Kim's great.
The thing about the Drudge Report, it refreshes, so let me know. But like, look at this little Asian girl. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
are
that's
you doing?
odd.
What are you doing, bro? Look,
I'm
he's
like-
got his forehead on
Where's
that
the
lady's
hand?
head.
Now maybe it's just me, but where's that hand going in the picture next?
Oh, it's like and that girl. It looks like he's reaching out
Towards
in,
the
to the
breast area.
No, it looks like he's like. It almost looks like he's gonna put his hand on her hand to hold the thing, just to have like contact.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like otherwise, I would expect the hand to be on the chest, but that girl does. I don't know. It's tough that angle, but she does look like she might be a little Down syndrome.
Like look at
you
these
know.
ones where he's like on her waist and the other one's like
I mean, he's literally right there.
that's breast.
It's the undercup.
Yes.
If she was old enough to have boobs, it
They'd
would have
be
been
there.
cupped.
Yes. Yeah, they're fucking creepy.
You know what, dude?
And I mean, everybody's gets caught in weird positions at
Hey,
one point,
hey,
but there's
hey.
a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Like, look at-
there's
there's
a
another one,
lot
too.
of them.
Yeah, that's very intimate.
That's like you tell your wife at a party, like,
Yeah, that's a serious.
get going.
Yeah, that's an intimate.
let's get out of here.
That
Yeah.
hand right there on the waist coming around the front, that's very intimate.
Well, because, yeah, then it puts your fucking crotch up against her backside. Like, it's fucking creepy.
Dude, and I don't know how he hasn't been like called out, busted, or
He's definitely been called out because
You
I
know-
came across those pictures under creepy Uncle Joe.
yeah, dude.
You know, that's what I Googled to get to those pictures.
It's just Uncle
Look, literally,
Joe.
creepy Uncle Joe, and all these pictures pop up.
That's
Did you see? Was that one of
It's
the?
just Uncle Joe.
It's just Uncle Joe over here.
you got to show the live feed.
Oh.
One of those. Just put it right up in front. Look at that, people. Are you kidding me right now?
Creepy Uncle Joe.
Totally normal.
Yeah, my brother's an Uncle Joe, and he's fucking creepy. So I guess he just goes with the fucking
Oh,
name.
dude,
you
is
know?
that part of the deal?
Is
Joe.
that part of
the
the deal?
Creepy Uncle Joe.
Oh, he gets. Look at this, dude. The baby swerves him.
Baby's
nah.
like, uh-uh.
Baby's like, nah.
Baby's like, nope.
Oh my
It's because
god.
the baby is still close enough to the other side where she's like, this motherfucker
It's
again.
because he smells
Baby's
like.
got that
I know this guy.
uncalcified therd eye. She knows what's happening.
It's because he smells like rotten meat and sulfur.
Yep.
He's a fucking demon.
It's that unscrubbed goat nipple again.
Look at this.
dude.
Like, why, dude? I'm gonna be like, bro, what are you doing touching my fucking kid
Yeah.
like
is
this?
that over her mouth?
Yeah.
It's over her face. Like that's like some domineering.
Super aggressive.
Yeah, that's some fucking no, man. You ain't touching my fucking kid like that. Get your fucking hands off her, you fucking pervert. Like, don't be talking. Don't be touching
You
anybody
did
like
good.
that.
You did good.
Look at the fucking tick grab on this little girl.
Yeah, that's when we were just watching. That's Kim called that the undercut.
Oh
Like
yeah,
if she
dude.
was old enough to have boobs, it would be he would
Girls,
be
you
cupping
got
it.
your sports bras on? You got your sports bras on? We're going to play in dodgeball today.
Listen, Uncle Joe's gonna be the ref.
Look, dude, he's been fucking rocking the look for a while, dude.
Look at that fucking, just fucking creepy.
When was he born?
Fucking
Let's get on that Google.
Civil War.
Civil War era birth.
Probably should have left that pop screen on this mic for my belches alone.
Why, that was
Joe
good.
Biden.
It's good radio. La radio. what we were looking
Joseph Robinette
When was he
Biden
born?
Jr., November 20th, 1942.
Oh, he's my mother's age.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's not out being weird with little young women, though. At least not that I'm aware of.
Yep, 47th Vice President. That's what it says.
So he's gonna run.
He's a Jesuit. He's like a Jesuit person. The Jesuits in the Vatican destroying America. Joe Biden's Catholic faith is a full display on the current book tour. Da-da-da-da. Jesuit Joe Biden caressing children with his penis hands.
Penis
Penis
hands.
hand. The feelers.
Fucking penis hands.
Fucking dick hand.
I'm a fan of that term.
Get this fucking
Penis hands.
pervert penis hands.
Oh, Lord.
Just rubbing his fucking junk. Yeah, guys, and that's people. That's people that he tells other people about sexual harassment and all sorts of shit like that. That's inexcusable in my fucking books, man.
How could any woman, especially like Lady Gaga, like just go sit next to him and like she has to have seen this stuff?
Because her fucking handlers are telling her to, bro. It's a fucking deal, man.
Just
Deal with the fucking devil.
go get your check.
These people, yeah, dude. These people play ball. Fucking you're fucking lapdog to Satan, dude. These people that fucking, I mean, who would sell out? Who would sell out humanity like that? Just fucking working with like a known fucking petter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking gross.
It's way gross.
Whoa! I just got fucking
I mean, obviously,
given what?
there's been that shit that's, there's a pedophile group trying to get on the LGBTQ docket.
Oh, the Namblas, some shit like that. Yeah, like and there's actually a move for that. There's people. There was a TED talk
just
where one of the
born this
girls were
way.
saying that it's like a not a condition. It's like a way of life. It's like how these people are. Some shit like that. You know, like it should be more understood than it should be. You know, and and then there's people who are trying to say that that's part of the evolution.
To what?
It's part of, yeah, they're saying exactly, but they're trying to say it's like part of the evolution with the whole like transgender, like they're trying to factor it in. And I've heard this argument a couple times before, and it's never ever coherent, but people are actually talking about how like that's needed to like to make the to start the process or some shit like that. And I was like, so you're saying to traumatize and whatever, and like, well, without that, it wouldn't, you know. And that, in a sense, I do see that argument to a certain extent, because it is the fucked up shit that you go through in life that makes you who you are and how you come out of it. Oh, nice, you got it.
Fuck that bug.
There's no more Gannett. Ew. Just yeah.
That guy right there for you.
Thanks for letting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah,
Your
it's
guest. It's your guest.
yeah, it's just fucky. Sorry, I get easily distracted. You over there smashing gnats.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not mice,
We
it's
derailed
gnats.
for 20 seconds just because I killed a gnat.
Hey, that
It
happens.
looked good on the live. You're like fucking like he was talking and you're like lights are blinking in the other room and shit.
So back, because I'm really confused. So it's to start what evolutionary process? You were saying
It's
that
to kick off the individual that would basically what they're saying is they would know without that interaction that wouldn't start the process.
What
Some type
process?
of the process of them wanting to be like transgender or something like that. Trauma based is what they're saying.
there are
out
so
of that.
many fucking ways to be traumatized
Oh, I know. I
than
know.
to be diddled by your fucking uncle or some other weirdo.
And that's one of the things that they're trying to normalize. It's crazy. you know. And some of these, you know, it ain't right, dude.
That's terrifying to me.
It's like my whole thing is like, why would anybody like try to like the whole idea as an adult is to protect the kids. You know what I mean? Like that's my sense of things.
Mine's 20 and doesn't live here, and I'm still calling him.
Yeah,
like,
constantly.
You text me right now.
Yeah, but all the kids, it's the next generation. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's.
Well, then you have those, you know, like that one kid that is like 11 years old and going to the bars and shit. You know, the 11-year-old trans kid.
Oh, the drag. The
drag,
The
yeah.
drag.
That's what I'm
the
saying,
drag queen.
dude.
Yeah, I don't
It's
remember
like,
his
That's
name.
not.
It's not
That,
cool.
Okay, yeah, that's one. It's way not cool psychologically, and then also the shit that they're doing. Like they have them with the like there's videos where people are like, this kid's on fucking ketamine. They're like, this kid's high. Like look at him in these fucking videos. He's like on some fucking shit. And then he's in that one video with those guys, and the picture behind him, it says Rehybnol on it. Like it's like hidden in the artwork, but it's like yeah. And
It's like one of the 3D posters.
No. It's like in the artwork, but it's like kind of ghost letters, so it's kind of hidden, but it stands out, and it's like abbreviated, but it's like the abbreviation for Rehybnol. And the other side of that, of you know, there's so many other fucked up layers, but then there's also the hypocritical side. If there was anybody that was parading a girl around, taking them to strip clubs, 3 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning, and having them parade around and having a bunch of dudes fucking throw money at a 10-year-old or 11-year-old.
That person would be arrested.
Right, dude?
For
People would
child
fucking-
endangerment. Yeah.
It'd be freaking out. But this whole fucking this is art, and I liked how the CPS supposedly they did visit the family. I don't know what happened, what did they follow through, but if that is true, it's probably just a safe face because, you know, the shitty part about you know, the foster care, the CPS system, I should say, the CPS system, is the kids are in no way, shape, or safer by any means. Some cases they're out of a worse position, but in any kind of institutionalized setting, it is not good, male or female. The likelihood of getting raped is like 7 times more than it would be any kind of regular person. Like, yeah. So it's really, really, I mean, fuck, that's why there was all those pedophile rings out of those, you know, Catholic churches and all that shit. What was it, Boys Town? Whatever they were doing, they were just like fucking raping all the kids that were stuck in the
Yeah.
and you know these orphan kids. It was fucked up,
Yeah.
man. Putting them through the clergy, you know, and
So what I don't recall learning, because a lot of honestly, and I'll be the first to admit it, I'll click on articles and I'll read them in depth, and then I'll like research that 85 different ways, and then there's some that I see online and I'm like, I'll skim it, and then I move on with my life. So this the 10-year-old or 12-year-old, whatever, how old he was, drag queen, I don't know, does he identify, or is he just a drag queen, like just likes the showmanship aspect of it, or is this somebody who at this age is already saying that they identify?
I think it's transgender, and
Transgender?
the whole thing is like the drag movement.
So
he
then
likes,
they-
he likes
Regardless of
dressing
that,
drag.
though, he's too young to go to adult bars and be paraded
100%
around,
correct.
you know, in front of what you would say pedophiles,
Here's what I'm getting
right?
at.
I mean, it's disgusting.
Is if they're trying to go, oh my God, let's empower him to be who she wants to be, like the transgender person that this is, and we're going to embrace this and bring her to these clubs and blah, blah, blah. If you truly believe in the equality of transgender women and genetically born women, you should be the first person going, that's not cool. You can't bring this young child into this.
And the establishment as well, like that's the craziest thing about it.
It
It's
blows
like,
my mind.
You know, like I have daughters. My oldest daughter's 11. She loves to dance. I support her in her dance. not gonna take her to fucking Cheetahs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And be like, oh, show them how you dance, baby. You know what I mean? And be sweeping up the
I
tips.
found that shit on my own.
This
Thanks,
is the
Dad.
only. This
You
is
know?
the only dance that pays.
Fuck yeah, like
This is the only.
you know, and
dance.
have me just with a bag sweeping up the fucking tips and shit. Like
Fuck
this,
your ballet.
Like it's not
Get
okay.
over there,
It's
honey.
no point is it okay. Like, and that's the thing. Like the whole first half of it, fine, do your thing, be what you want to be. That's fine. No one's against that. But it's when you take them to an adult
You gotta
establishment
protect your children
where
and
people are
the
drinking and doing drugs and shit. Like the fucking, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
You're
you
chumming the fucking sharks.
Well, the whole
Especially with
thing,
that
the whole thing about the transgender movement, or I should say more so the drag movement, it's very sexualized, and it's not anything for like a 10-year-old to be. You know, that's one of the things with like all these like generations. They really push sex early. You know, and from the shows, dude, I was watching some of these Disney shows. The kids are making out.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
freaks
Like,
me out.
you know, and I'm not trying to be a prude, but what I'm saying here is this: you know, you've taken you're taking the childhood away, the innocence away, the creativity away. You're pushing them right into feelings and emotions instead of like exploration. Now the exploration is going into not in any worldly sense, but in a sense of just pure pleasure. You're pleasure seeking. You're pleasure seeking too much at an early age. You're acceptance seeking because of social media and social pressures and stuff like that, which leads to a lot of, this sexual loss of identity. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to do too much, be too much, appease everything, look a certain way, and one of the things too, with it, the whole feel good movement has really got people. One, not feeling good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like they've taken
You're
work.
desensitizing as well.
Well, the thing is like what definitely desensitizing things, but what they did is they've created a life of the struggle and not a life of getting out of the struggle. You know,
Yeah.
the life of the life of going through the struggles to come out the other side. Not to keep finding it at every turn and just get stuck in this pattern of negativity, and that's one of the things. That's one of the things with like this kid is one. He's already going to be met with, if that's the way he wants to roll. All right, he's already going to be met with shit. You're using this kid
certain degree of difficulty.
He's being used as as the vanguard for this thing as like 10 years old. This is strategic for one, Two, there's like really no regard. I'm gonna say it right now. I'll be surprised if that kid doesn't fucking OD or fucking kill himself before the age of fucking 25. I'll be fucking shocked if that kid doesn't fucking yank the play. If he makes it to 30 without fucking pulling the plug on himself, I'll be fucking amazed. God bless the kid. God bless the kid now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the shit that he's being fucking run into, the world that it's going to be old. It's gonna be like, what's next after that? You already went
where do
to.
you go?
You're starting off on the far extreme. Is he gonna pull it back and be completely different? Who knows? I don't. You may be. Who knows? He might find the whole conservative culture.
Yeah.
But the psychological damage that's going, and it's being amplified out to others that are in a struggle right now. I don't think that's the answer to push. I think the answer is to accept who you are first before you really start. Because all that stuff is a mask. It's like all depressed people. They're always smiling.
Yeah.
Miserable cunts are one thing, but real depressed people are smiling.
Yeah.
They're laughing all the time.
I'm somewhere in between that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all miserable cunts, but some people, like, that's just, it makes them feel good to bring other people down. But the real depressed, you don't know until you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you just watched
Happens more often than not.
Yeah, you just watched an episode. Actually, I don't hear you anymore. You might want to try.
Check.
There you go. That's a little bit better. It's the angle.
Just trying to find the sweet spot.
It's the one that's flat.
I
like,
know. That's
to you.
what I was doing.
No,
but I
it's
was-
it's
No.
right
In front of the china.
from there. Yep.
Hello.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome
There you
back.
go. But
Took a little break.
yeah, I forgot what I was talking about now. I lost it.
It was deep too.
That's what happens. I got
We were there.
No, just the kid and the difficulties and all that stuff that's ahead. It's an ordeal.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely wouldn't be surprised. Like I was saying, if that kid fucking checked out early, dude.
Yeah, and then we were talking about miserable cunts and depression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and depressed
I can
people
call
are
it
always
all that.
smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is, look at all the people that, supposedly had it really good. They fucking...
Robin Williams.
That's just what was in my head.
That's the poster case for that. Like fucking, how people that aren't aware of depression, like that was the one that really brought him in. Like, whoa, shit, Robin Williams.
Look at Brody.
Brody,
know what
Brody
I mean?
was about to level up again. You know what I mean? He was ready to fucking pop again. So.
Yeah, there was stuff going on, and it's, I mean, you can get really conspiratorial and put it into other things and stuff, but on the surface with what's present and what we know about the conditions that they are dealing with, the story that's there, depression's a fucking crazy thing. The medications are a fucking crazy thing.
The medications make it worse.
Medications definitely do.
Been on them.
Yeah.
And I refuse to go on them again.
I refuse to even entertain the concept of it because I've seen, people like take the medication then fucking off themselves. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, the last one they put me on was probably about 8 years ago, maybe 6. And I was only on it for like 2 months. And it was Cymbalta. I'll fucking say that name out loud and out proud.
I think I remember, didn't they have a commercial for that shit?
Oh, they have commercials for it. Yeah, it was relatively new on the market. And I asked what the side effects are because I am that person who's been to school and just want to know because you need to educate me about what I'm about to put in my fucking system. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, what are the side effects? What are things that I can expect?
Which are technically effects. They're not. There's no such thing as a side
Right.
effect.
Right. But you can't say that to a doctor because if you say what are the effects, they're going to tell you it's going to make you happy again.
Well, they automatically think you're challenging their education, their schooling, and
Yep.
you know what? I am because you were sold on this shit from a fucking rep.
From a
That's
salesman.
my point. You are making money every time you put one of us on your drug.
And here's another
Your
thing.
little fucking pen on the fucking lanyard and the fucking notepads and the fucking
I get it.
all that shit they fucking have.
As I say, I get it 100%. You got fucking bills to pay, insurance, school debt, fucking car note. I get it. But here's the deal, man. You better come correct with some fucking facts and not just some fucking sales pitch.
That's true. If somebody comes up to me at the bar, and this is a very sad fucking analogy, but if somebody came up and they were like, I really want to drink, what are the effects it's going to have on me? I'm going to be like, it's probably not good.
Yeah.
You're going to have a real good time for a couple of hours and you might wreck your car. You might kill yourself.
Well, our last guest that we had on, or not our last guest, but I guess we just we aired it today and put it up. I didn't give you the link, but I'll give you the link. We'll put that link up with Yoshi. Yeah, no, I posted it before I came today, but we did with Yoshi. He's a comedian, but he also does medical testing and stuff like that. So when you hear all those side effects and stuff, he and other people are people who went through all that shit, so you know exactly what's going on. They're testing these fucking medications and shit, So they're going through suicidal
that kind of tests.
They're doing those clinical tests. Sometimes they get the placebo, sometimes they get the real deal.
Right.
But they're going through having itchy ass. They're going through fucking with diarrhea, vomiting,
Right.
fucking, you know what I mean, loss of sight and shit. He was saying one time in a conversation, he wasn't saying on the podcast, that he's like, yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. You can just lose your sight for a day or one eye or something. Like, what the fuck, bro?
It's fucked up.
I don't need money that bad.
Yeah,
I guess I do.
That's some bullshit shit, man.
I'll sell my DNA. I'll sell my plasma.
I had
sell the mechos.
hard rage, wanted to grab knives and start killing people in my house rage after being on that shit for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, so here's the thing. The effects, the psychological effects. It's proven that they've caused these episodes, okay, while on. It is a 100% guarantee you got to go through that gauntlet when you get off.
I quit cold turkey. I have a whole diary on my phone I could show you of me going cold turkey off Cymbalta.
Nice.
I still have the effects.
Yeah.
I still have them.
Oh no, totally. One of the comedians here in town, he won a big lawsuit because he took some heart medication and actually gave him a heart attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he got a good chunk of change. You know him, it's the guy.
I probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Gilligan.
Yeah.
It's Gilligan.
Ooh, Gilly.
But yeah, he
My man with the baritone voice.
he got sick, but it gave him, and he won, like, he was a part of a class action lawsuit, and they won some shit, but it's affected him in other ways. It's been bothering his it's been messing with his memory and shit. It's been fucking with him like that. But one of the things though is it's not just these psychological, you know, these drugs that help out with depression and anxiety and stuff in the painkillers, but it's also like a lot of other, like, you would think kind of like innocuous medication.
Everything.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And like these things are there. I mean, it happens. They tell you this stuff. It's going to happen, and it does. You got, what, did anything trigger, or were you just automatically like in the mode
What do you mean?
for like upset, depression, rage, suicide, whatever, like it was going through your mind?
When I was on the meds or before that?
Both.
Before that,
Was it like paranoia or rage when you were
there
on?
was no There was some paranoia when I was on the meds and in the subsequent weaning, or not weaning because I cold turkeyed, but the after effects, letting it go through my system. My actual anxiety and depression is never paranoia for the most part, but I started getting that at a very young age. It was just generalized panic attacks. I couldn't even tell you whether or not there was something that triggered it because it's just been something I've had. But for
I mean the episodes.
the episode, the rage
Or-
episodes when I was on Cymbalta, there was
Yeah.
nothing that triggered it. It would come out of the blue, and they were usually followed by or preceded by or both, capped in either way by something I would call a brain shock with severe vertigo. So it'd be like, if you can imagine in your brain like an electrical shock just shooting through the whole thing, and it would throw me off balance, and then I would have those episodes either before or after it. It was insanity.
Interesting.
Whoa, that is crazy.
And those
Interesting.
brain shocks lasted for, I still get them every once in a very long while, but I had them for years
So when you
after that.
So when you get them, any change in behavior? You might be tapped into 5G, dude. They're gonna they're gonna have you over there. You're like an assassin waiting to be fucking called to action.
That actually could, now that he's like, because the rage, yeah. I never even thought about it that way.
You're like a Zoolander. You fucking learn how to fucking rip off heads.
Kill
and-
the fucking Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Micronesia. This is Micronesia.
Yeah, I've
For
never even thought
sweatshops.
about that, and it's funny that
Sometimes
for years
it makes
and years
you wonder.
and years,
Sometimes it makes you wonder real quick if that's like when these random things happen. If it's somebody just fucking being like, beep beep beep.
Yeah.
Fucking short circuit this person. They just go and.
So then what do you feel about Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking both thinking that the probability that we're in a fucking simulated environment is already reality?
Oh, I believe that there's something to that. I think there's something to us living in we definitely live in a holographic universe. I mean, that's been proven just by the science that we know. Like everything, even our physicality, everything is.
It's all
when
up
you-
to observation, right?
You know, when you break it down to its smallest form, we're all fucking energy. We're all
vibrating
like
constantly.
Yeah, like everything is like see-through. Like you put an atom to get, if we brought an atom to like life size, the difference between like the protons and neutrons and things are like would be like miles apart. It's
Right.
totally, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy how everything is like condensed down into a slow version and stuff. And these are like these, you know, our bodies are like the most amazing computer.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's just something that like we've been genetically manipulated at some point, and not on our level, and whatever created the species that is us, but in the book Remake Man, or in the Bible Remake Man, what Genesis something like that says something like that. So we're like we're like a Mark II or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they turned off like our ability to like connect as far as like telepathy and stuff
right.
Like our other senses we're connected
They've
to like
numbed
the world.
our other senses.
Well, there's a disruption. I think it's I personally, from what other people said, it's a couple things, but I think it's a large in part to do with the reptilian brain that we have, our R complex, which is kind of foreign.
Do we
to
all
the
have
fact.
it?
Yeah, everybody does. It's right. It's basically what your brain sits on. It's a little brain. It's the size of like a walnut. It's funny because you have the pineal gland, which is also sometimes they say kind of looks like a walnut, and then you have the people that sacrifice the kids. They call it walnut sauce.
Isn't the pineal gland connected to the quote unquote third eye too?
Mm-hmm. But your reptilian brain is your fight or flight. It's your existence. It's your
Mine's out of whack.
Well, it's your sex drive. It's also like, it's wired into like some really raw stuff.
Primal.
Very. And it's easily manipulated. And it's attacked constantly. But I think it's attacked constantly through marketing, news, all that stuff. And also just the fact of food scarcity freaks out. That's also part of like where people, when they do hypnotherapy and stuff like that, that's one of the things that they try to do for weight loss or whatever, is to get that, because within that there's a certain level of fear that is being responded to in your habits and stuff like that. It's a crazy thing, but I think it was put there by whoever made us to separate us from exactly like what we're like able to like really focus in and do stuff on like a higher power. Some people, they're able to override that. They're clairvoyant. They achieve great things, higher mathematics, and they do all this stuff. I think that there's a little bit less working of the R complex, and there is more of their bicameral brain. Sorry.
I get high. You call it. I get high.
I'm gonna put that in my notes for later. Trez gets high.
He gets high.
No. Trez gets high.
Could you take a note for me,
Trez gets
please?
high.
Trez smoked all the
I'll let
weed,
Alexa
too.
No,
know
the
when I get
reptilian
home.
brain part.
So the
R
reptilian brain that you're talking about, is there a name for it in the regular mainstream anatomy world?
The R complex.
It's called R complex?
Yeah, or your
The
reptilian.
triune brain.
For me, I
I
remember triune. I took a shit ton of anatomy and phys, and I don't remember the
if
R
you're not
complex.
counting if you're not counting the frontal lobe, you have or whatever, like if you section off the front part, but you have the left and right brain, and you'd have the.
Oh, okay, I see. That's a different,
the R complex, which was
You're looking at
everything's sitting on the. It's like you have the brain stem, then there's the little.
So it's right on top of the brain stem.
Yeah, just type in reptilian brain.
That's
I'll
crazy.
find it.
Yeah,
I was just
it's the
wondering if
size of
there
a-
was the mainstream terminology for it, because I would be curious to see how what my history and learning in anatomy and physiology would have said about that particular area of the brain.
Well, that's the technical term, the reptilian.
Yeah, it says
brain.
reptilian brain,
Which is interesting, 'cause
instinctual or dinosaur brain.
I don't remember that at all.
That's something you learn about in marketing.
But I learned about every single nerve. I had to take tests where there was a little sticker that pointed to a specific muscle or a specific bone, teeny tiny, or like a nerve. And I had to.
And they leave out the main.
And I would have to write
thing?
it down. And I don't remember in my entire history the reptilian brain.
Wow.
That one day you missed.
Yeah.
That one
Damn
day.
it.
That one day.
Damn it, when my kid had the pink eye.
Yeah. It was during one of your bathroom trips. Kim came
My
to college
multiple.
with a case of beer and, just took
Case
breaks.
of beer, college.
Yep.
So that's actually very interesting, though, because, the brain shocks were up in there, and it did seem like it was sandwiched in between those episodes, and it was bad. It was
It's
bad.
a funny little comic strip.
including the vertigo.
What does it say?
All very suspicious, Trez.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
What's that?
It's all very suspicious.
What's that?
With the brain shocks surrounding the episodes of Rage, and then adding the vertigo in.
No, totally. It almost sounds like there's a hack that's like been implemented. I mean, think about it. Think about it like you get. I mean, I don't understand why something would be just unleashed on the wild like that, other than like, you know, you're selling a product, but also like, you know, that might get you on in some other stuff. But then there's also population control too. You know, like these people at the high levels of things like this, there's a level of chaos. Yeah, right. But there's a level but that keeps people from looking into things. Mm-hmm. There's stuff like our lives are so hectic as is, trying to pay bills and just be responsible and do the right thing. And now you're telling me I got to learn about the evil deeds of somebody did it just so you know what I mean? No, I want to watch my sports. I want to watch my TV. You know, I want to watch my programs. Air quote.
Okay,
right?
Grandma.
Yeah, my grandma used to say it's a great program. Jeopardy was one of her programs. It was, like
it was
Jeopardy.
Days of Our Lives in my grandma's house.
I think it was Jeopardy and then sleep. You know, so I think
that was the program.
For sure.
Maybe a little Cheers or Murder, She Wrote.
Listen, I don't want to hear anything negative about Cheers ever.
Cheers is a great show.
Man, Cheers shaped my life.
Was it Sam Malone and?
I was gonna say, dude. Yeah,
so good. Everything about that show. I go back now and I'm like, it's so wrong. I binge watched it recently. I was like, everything about this is so good in such a bad way.
Really?
Yeah, watch it again.
You might have watched it differently.
Watch it.
Watched it.
Watch the undertones.
I will. No, there's a lot. But the 80s was all about undertones. Like Three's Company. You know, that was late 70s. You know, through the 80s. But that was like the most fucking.
No, but I mean, there's some extremely rapey scenes in Cheers.
Oh, for sure. No, there was. You know, it's funny what you said, because I remember there was a scene like where they were like taking some drunk lady out of the bar, and I remember like I watched it I was like 25. I was like, where are they taking her? They're like, that's not safe. You know, why isn't Woody stopping this? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? Coach was there. You know, like it was all bad.
Because Coach has dementia. Woody's borderline retarded.
Yes.
Sam is just a drunken asshole that's gonna fuck anything he can.
Yeah, he probably for sure.
Yeah, I like how everybody's all like, you know, they're not like any kind of deviant fucking an actual person that's like. You know, they didn't have the real shithead at the bar.
They didn't portray, but there was a.
They were vagrant though. They didn't really have a set customer.
They didn't have the fucking coke dealer who always hung around.
Yeah, well, no, they had like.
I feel like it had to be Cliff.
No, was it Cliff?
It's. I mean, come on, his character was too weird. He's got to be selling dope.
No, it was the guy that got the spinoff show, the doctor.
Frasier
Was
Smart
a dope
man,
dealer.
Yeah.
He was selling blow and Adderall and all that shit.
Was.
He had the prescription pad in the fucking bar.
He's like, you need some Soma?
Yeah, for sure. He was doing all
that
shit. That was no, for sure. Now that you say that, I remember. I remember thinking, where the fuck are they taking this drunk lady? But they had a bunch of characters that would be like one episode people, and they were always creepy.
Yeah,
you know, always creepy. Now that I look back,
they wrapped that up in half an hour.
You know, it's funny is you mentioned Soma. Like back in the day when I would take like pills and shit like that. My next door neighbors moved in, and these guys were actually they hustled pills at AA.
Oh,
this is like their thing. This is their thing, right? They made bank, right?
I'm not even mad.
They're like old. Dude was like an old firefighter from Philly, and he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, every fucking house was a medicine cabinet raid."
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he's like, first thing we'd grab was all the meds, right? And so, anyways, they gave me some Somas, and like, yeah, dude, take one of these, you know, like for relax, you know, whatever. Da, da, da.
For relax.
Whatever, you know, like
for a coma.
Yeah.
But so I've taken Valiums and Loratabs and stuff, and I really don't feel anything. So I was like, whatever, dude. Took both of them, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Tripping balls.
I'm like, oh, dude, I'm good, dude, whatever. So I like a drink of 40. I think it's
on
like
top of double Soma.
I think this is the last 40 I've ever drank, and I drink a 40 and we smoke down like a blunt, and the next thing I know. All right, the next
you're on a roof naked.
No, the next thing I know
and burnt and can't figure out how to get down.
No, the fire alarm in my house is going off. My fucking girlfriend at the time comes over and starts fucking waking me up like, what the fuck? And And I just look up and I'm like, and like go stagger in the room and go to sleep. So I wake up in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And she's like, fuck you, asshole. And I was like, what? She's like, you passed out fucking drunk on the kitchen floor after you started cooking ramen, and the thing boiled all the way down and just turned into a black brick of
You
fucking
fucked up the easiest thing to cook.
and it smoked. It stunk the house up for like 6 days. I thought I was gonna have to like repaint. You know what I mean? Like just get the
The
smell.
ramen smell was in the paint.
Oh, it was absolutely terrible. But it was absolutely terrible. But fucking two fucking somas, and I'm sure I didn't finish the 40 because I'm just.
That's insanity. I couldn't finish 2 somas.
Oh well, I mean they went down like. Bloop, bloop. I mean it's not like I was.
Oh
it's
no!
a meal.
Like I have to break up any pill that's. If I ever have to, I don't take pills. I don't take pharmaceuticals.
No, I mean
unless it's a 100%. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what the fuck to do at this point.
Oh no, it has to be extreme. You know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing about Western medicine. People think I'm against it. There's no preventative medicine in Western medicine.
Right.
It's all patch you up, stitch you up, remove something, you know what I mean? Inject you with something. There's a place for that because there's immediate pain relief. They stop it. They keep you alive, and you know what I mean. But there's also like the way of life living that they like scoff at, and they act like you can just live whatever, you can eat and drink and do whatever. Take these pills.
Take the pills.
You know what I mean? Take the pills, take the shots, and that's not right, you know. And so that's where I kind of deviate from that. But if there's something that I immediately need, yeah, dude, I know what I gotta go through afterwards. But yeah, fucking, you know, give me the shot. Do it.
Yeah.
Cut me, Mick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fucking.
rare.
I can't see you there. Cut me, Mick. You know.
Pop it, Tommy.
Yeah, you
Remember
know
that best of the best.
yeah, fucking, you know, I'm going back in there. But people, you know, I'm all, you got to take care of your shit, you know, like, and
you gotta ask questions too, man.
I'm not like crazy health guy, you know, I'm not crazy health guy, but dude, yeah, I think you got to have a little bad in there, you know. My grandpa's like 93, you know, a little scotch, some cigar,
Bacon.
you know, yeah, eating, yeah.
Listen, you tell me I can't eat bacon anymore. We're not gonna.
No, it's all about the
I'm
bacon.
gonna
Yeah,
fucking freak out.
Eating some candy, having some bacon, you know. But he doesn't eat. He still eats like a bird. But you throw him something at him, you know. But you
Throw something at him, he might eat it. Grandma.
throwing cheese at him.
From the corner.
Where they-
Let's see if
they-
Grandpa will eat tonight.
Actually, there's a good one where it showed a real tiny baby and then a whole fucking log of Tillamook
Oh, shut
cheese,
up.
and there's like, you know, like, should I? You know what I mean? It's like it's bigger than
Throw-
the baby.
Throw a
dude.
brick of cheese at your 2-day-old baby.
For the cheese, the baby cheese challenge or whatever. But
What is that anyway? Like, I don't know anymore. I don't know what's going on.
There's always a
I see
challenge.
brief shit. And what's the point of this one? Just for fun? Just like,
The best is
look
when
at
they do it
that.
to
We're
the
throwing
cats. Have you
cheese
seen the
at
cat
kids.
ones, and the cats like just freeze up and fall over?
yeah, they
Have
don't
you
know
seen
what to
those?
do.
They're fucking. They just like lock up and just.
Or they try to back away. They
Yeah.
like can't like yeah. Cats
I
are
know that movement.
yeah.
The other one too with cats is the cats in cucumbers. Have you seen those videos?
Yes, they're terrified of
What's the-
cucumbers.
it's like a
what
fucking-
happened in the history?
Yeah, like there's something.
It's a snake. It's like maybe it represents like a snake. The thing is,
But when did the snakes and the cats have such interactions?
In the jungle.
well, yeah, just when they're out and about foraging, just going around. Because look at it like this too. Look at it like this. The cats are very aware. So the fact that they put something that represents a snake and it's on it, it's gotta freak out a fucking cat. Like, yo, they see it and like it got here without me knowing.
Yeah.
My life's in jeopardy, so they fucking spring. You know what I mean?
fucking
Like they
bounce.
fucking, dude. I mean,
Oh,
they get
that's
some
so
serious.
funny.
They get some serious hype.
Yeah.
Serious hype on that shit though.
I love the ones that come out and find it though, and then start smacking at it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing now, bro?
I'm always been freaked out by cats.
Oh, I
Cats
know.
I
fucking
love cats.
Scare me.
Oh,
You remember the fucking
Bob?
cat? Bob? Fucking Bob wouldn't let me in the old studio, dude. He was guarding the fucking.
By the way, by not letting him in, he means sitting on a wall that was adjacent to the property.
No. He was in front of the front door. And then when I finally got the balls to fucking run past Bob, I was greeted by the fucking tortoise for the first time. And that shit scared the fuck out. I was already scared, right? There's this ugly ass, one-eyed, tailless fucking cat, like.
First of all, got both of his eyes.
Does he have both eyes?
Yes, his tail is docked about this far down, but he's adorable. And he's sweet as pie.
Mikey's painting this thing up. He's got patches of hair missing.
No.
There's a chip out of the fucking
He's a
ear.
beautiful
cat
little
mange.
black and gray striped cat, tabby.
One fucking tooth.
One fang hanging,
just
yeah,
hanging
dude.
low, fucking popping the fucking claws out one by
Just
one.
I was gonna say the claws are just covered in kitty AIDS.
Yeah, they're just fucking, just gross fucking
Feline HIV.
caticitis C.
He's
just
such a
gross.
cute cat.
And then I run past the cat because I'm thinking for sure. Here's my options: try to jump over a cactus, which I can't jump over a fucking nickel. You know what I mean?
Or
just
run
fucking
past the
run
extremely
past this
docile cat.
Fucking cat.
Punt
which,
it.
Yeah, and
Punt it.
just fucking. I was gonna shoot it, but I didn't want Jay to fucking be upset.
That's the only way to deal with it. Dude, cats will fuck you
Not
up.
this one.
Fuck you up, and that's what I said.
No, cats will fuck you
I
up.
agree. I have cats.
If they have to,
There's a YouTube video of me telling this fucking story. It's out there. There's a YouTube video of me telling this story, and then I run in. And then Jay's got this fucking tortoise, dude. It's fucking huge.
Okay, first of all, the tortoise is this big.
Dude, he's fucking huge, bro. He's gigantic, bro. And he's got fucking talons, too. You know what I mean?
dude, now you're losing me on this one, bro, because
He's got little
I used
elephant
to,
feet.
I used to raise tortoises.
Yeah, he's adorable.
I've never seen a tortoise before.
He's literally
This
no
is the
bigger
first
than this.
tortoise I've ever seen in person.
Okay, fair enough.
Aside from the giant one down the street. Have you ever seen the big one on Alta and Easy Street? Oh, he's a monster.
Are you talking about the fucking statue?
No, he's a big fucking. I'll show you a picture of him. He's bigger than Jay's tortoise. But I run in and I'm just fucking face to face with this fucking dinosaur.
He's face to face.
We're locked eyes. We're
Locked
face
eyes,
to
dude.
face.
The
We've
thing's down
locked
by your
eyes.
fucking feet.
It was the size of a fucking football.
And he moves.
At best.
He fucking moves around. He followed me like from the fucking thing, and he
Because he
followed.
smelled your fear.
Because he knows you got cabbage on you, son.
Yeah, bro.
You got
It
some of
was-
that green on you. He wants
Carrots
to
in my
nibble,
pocket.
nibble.
Oh, it was brutal.
Listen,
Worst day of my life. Worst day ever.
it's really it's a shame that you've had such a rough life, sir.
Yes. Let me see if I could find it. Not that one, but there's a big fucking one down the street.
No, Tank is actually really small. He's not a big tortoise. He's 27. So you raised him. Desert tortoises. He's not that big.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I was a kid, we had a pretty big tortoise. She was probably like 30 years old, or
Yeah.
because they found her when she was a decent size.
Okay.
And then they inherited it, or they were given from people who had her, other relatives that had her. Her
Right.
name was Gladys. So I say
Gladys.
Yeah,
Such
and
a great tortoise name.
things could still be alive.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
They live over 100.
my grandma's already passed away. I don't know where Gladys would be, but my grandma passed away last year, but at 89. But a guy down the street had a tortoise. It was pretty good size too. I forget what Mr. Tortoise, I think is what they called him or whatnot. And
Mr. Tortoise and Gladys.
they would fucking get together and shit, dude.
Kick it.
And then the next thing you know, she's burrowing, fucking laying
Netflix
eggs.
and chill.
Well, no, I mean, like, yeah, she's laying eggs, and then we'd go. My grandma and grandpa, they'd go out and pick up the eggs, and then we'd put them in a shoebox with like this filtered sand, and then put the light on them, and it was in my room. And then like 3 months later, these fucking ping pong balls would shimmy up to the surface, and they'd crack open, and a little fucking guy come out.
Oh, they're so cute.
Little fucking dude.
Mikey.
So then,
They're
like,
so cute.
so like we had one for like 8 years, and he was like this big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it takes a long time for them to grow. So the fact that it was like, if it was a decent size, I mean,
Yeah.
Hideous, bro.
because
He's
ultimately,
not. I love their little elephant feet.
ultimately you can feed them like as much as, but they're only gonna eat like whatever they can. It's not like they're just in constant fucking eat mode.
Tank is all about just give him like a salad you get from Sprouts and just crack it open and put it on the floor. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, man, they're great. I love desert tortoises.
Yeah, they're cute as shit.
The fact that you're afraid of one is ridiculous. Here's the
I
thing.
wouldn't be afraid. Like I said, I think, like, it's not that I was afraid of it. It just caught me off guard. And I was already fucking adrenaline high from running from this cat.
Yeah.
Well, see, cats.
There's a pattern of a problem here.
Cats you got to be careful of, though. Cats will fuck you up.
I
Cats will
agree,
fuck
but
you up,
this
and this
cat does
cat-
not have. I swear, I've been up and down that street, in that front yard. That cat's been all over the place.
He's hideous.
Like, he doesn't even look at you in that tone of voice.
There's
His
dude,
tone of voice when he looks at me is fucking death.
Hey, you know what? If that's how you feel, that's how the cat's fucking talking to you. Because I'll tell you what, man. There's that one. Did you ever see that one video? It's old school. It's like from the 90s. But that cop, there's like a sheriff, and they're doing like a public auction. He's got like a cat on a leash, and it's the sheriff.
I don't know that one.
The sheriff's like, yeah, we got so-and-so here. Come on down and, rescue so-and-so. And the cat's trying to get away, and he's got the leash. He's like, oh, come here, little fella. And the cat's like,
Yeah. Bro.
Then the thing wraps around his leg and it starts biting him and shit. But it bites him like right in the femoral artery. So he's just like starting to bleed out like and he can't get the cat off. So not only is it like punctured, he's got only like, X amount of minutes to live or whatever. He's got the thing still tied to him because it wrapped himself up. Claws going in and then fucking working the back legs is fucking tearing up. So now he's just getting
Like a fucking kangaroo.
But he
Listen,
almost died.
I agree with you. You
Death
do have
from
to
a
watch
cat.
cats. You do. But this is not one you should have had to watch.
Hey, you never
I'm
know,
surprised
dude.
this cat ever got off the wall.
What happened?
He wasn't on the wall. He was on the walkway.
Was it the day that we had the burgers on the walkway?
What happens if there was some? What happens if there was some Balta in the cat food and he fucking had an episode?
Listen, we can't be held responsible for that.
Sliming was his trigger.
Yep. It was brutal.
No,
I'm trying
man.
to find a picture of that damn tortoise.
Now I really want to know if I'm. Listen, I have to come back to this show eventually because you have to tell me why I'm a government pawn.
Hold on,
We've had a lot of popping guests.
Yeah, just
come on down.
Yeah, come in, stop in. Shit, we had Chicago, right?
Oh, just a random dude.
Oh, I didn't know if you meant the band or the whole city. I didn't
No,
know
just
where we
one
were
guy.
going.
He was just representing the whole city.
Yeah, he was the spokesperson for Chicago.
How'd he come in?
I thought he was with someone else that was here. I thought he was with someone, and he wasn't. He was really just
He
inquiring.
just strolled in.
Well, he was outside, and I forgot who was here that day. Chris Shaw. Chris Shaw was here, and was it Tom?
Baum?
I think Tom Baum was here.
And then we had the camera dude.
And then we had the camera guy was here.
Christian.
And he was here, and then so they all kind of showed up at the same time, and I don't know whose entourage is who,
Right.
and we had people because everybody was like, "I'm bringing someone with me," and then my friend was
So
here.
this guy just walked in with you guys.
And it was like 3 or 4 people all walked in at the same time. He walked in and because he said something like, "Hey, can we smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah, come on in, smoke."
Well, yeah, no, he had said something. He was already in first. He was already in first. I don't know how he comes.
No, that's
in.
what he said outside though. He was like, "Oh man, can I come in?" And he was like, "Let me go grab my girl. If we could smoke, I'll go get my girl and we'll come in." So then he goes back out. He brings in his girlfriend, and they're just like hanging out over there by the door. And he just fucking rolled up a blunt. He starts talking shit about Trez's weed. He was like, "Oh, that's that mediocre shit."
He comes in here. He goes, "Oh, y'all got that green screen? Y'all need that green screen?" Because he sees the curtains over here. He's like, "I got that green and blue screen."
Yeah. He's like, "I'll put you anywhere you want to be. I'll put you in Paris, France." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, dude. So we're over here just fucking, like, we didn't know, and then we smoked out, and then Mike's like, "All right, you got to go. We're gonna do a podcast." Like we all figured out, like he wasn't. He's like,
He
"Oh
wasn't
yeah,
part of
man.
it?
Yeah, no." He just breezed in. It was crazy.
He went outside for something, and then I just like shut the door. I was like, "All right, man, I'll see you later."
He's talking. He's
This is
talking
the
like all this.
beauty.
He's talking like all this mad shit about the weed too, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is some meds, or I mean, mediums."
Mediocre.
Yeah.
He was like, "This mediocre
Yeah,
weed.
like
I got
this-
that good shit." And he pulls out like a Planet 13 bag, and it's like, "Bro, you got dispensary weed, bro."
Yeah. But the funny thing is like, I got like $100 like an ounce weed. Yeah, it's not, it's smokable, but you're over there for that shit that he had. He probably paid like $60 an eighth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
Furthermore, you just stumbled into somebody else's fucking abode
Yeah.
and start
oh
talking
yeah,
shit
that was
about
the
their
thing too,
weed.
dude. I was like, oh yeah. He was like, oh yeah, that's it. But he kept hitting it. He kept hitting it.
And then he smokes half of his blunt and then bounced. He didn't like rotate it
He
all
didn't
the way
share
through.
it?
No,
No,
it
not
was
all
like-
the way. It went around like twice, and then he was like, "I gotta go outside," and I was like, "Later, bro," and just like shut the door.
He's like, "Oh, all right then, kid." You know, yeah, it is. Like,
He was like, "I'm from Chicago." He kept saying Chicago this, and then he was like, "Oh, I know He's like-
Chicago built Vegas.
He's like, yeah. He was like, "Oh, you guys are comedians. You know this dude," and then he didn't expect anyone to know him, and then Tom knew him. Like Tom knew the guy, and it was like, "Oh shit." He was like showing
He's
Tom
like,
like, YouTube videos.
yeah,
It was funny.
that guy's cool. I don't
Yeah,
really
we
know him.
Super crazy.
We get that.
Yeah.
So if he's welcome, what I was getting
Well,
at
he's
is,
not welcome.
you definitely are. He was welcome though. He was, and then he outstayed his welcome.
Yeah. I will eventually, but I'll bring good weed and I won't shame yours.
No,
Speaking
hey.
of outstaying their welcome, I think we should wrap it up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I break out. Hey.
Yeah. Good graceness. Settle down.
All right, guys. I need a weed sponsor. I need somebody to get me the finest of chronic out there.
You know what?
And edibles.
You
Yeah,
could,
and edibles.
And obviously, if you got that sponsor, you'd, do some testing
Definitely, I would do some
on
testing.
said podcast.
Put their name up on the wall.
I'd be fucking decked out in their gear. I already have.
He'd have like a weed lay. You know, like
I
a
actually
weed
know how to
lay.
make lays, being from Hawaii.
There you go.
Bring me some
I'd
of
have
that
Big
bud.
weed lay and fucking weed hat.
Yeah.
Just be
I can't
decked
do
out
the
in
hat.
weed.
I'm not the hat.
Fucking
girl.
weed glasses.
He looked like a moon rock, just fucking covered.
Just it'd be like the Jerry curl of like the 2000s. Just got fucking moon rock goo.
Weed sponsor is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I totally,
I just met a few people that are in the industry recently. Let me see if I can find any of that information.
well, the goal here is to try and get subscribers, get people to listen, fucking really push out there and, maybe spread information to people that, stuff that has like an affiliate link or sponsorship to, do some, trying to just get out there in the world, help.
You have to tell me exactly what I do. I mean, I've put the link out there, but anything I can do, I'm down to help.
Yeah, no, let's put it out there. Fucking, we need help, Mikey. Help.
Help, yeah, help for sure.
Yeah, Mike
Bring
is
it.
still on the internet.
No, I was closing it out. I was trying to find that other part of that tortoise story, but I was accosted by that cat.
The cat hated you.
Lightweight.
Well, look at it this way: pound for pound, like cats are like the apex predator in the animal kingdom.
For
Like
sure.
the house cat, like pound for pound. If you were to have like a fucking 15-pound house cat, like a 75,
That'd be a really
that's a
big
fucking
cat.
killing machine, dude.
Yeah.
More so than like a mountain lion. and
Imagine that up against like a Rusty. Done.
Bob's about
Oh yeah,
5
dude.
pounds, though,
Rusty's
bro.
done with the fucking.
Just one little blow.
Dude, my dog now, Abby, she's a great dog. She's getting old. She doesn't give a fuck. Like she'll just cut out. She's like 16. She's a pit bull and lab.
Oh, Patty.
But when I got her, she's a puppy. She's very loving, very energetic dog. Never had a problem with any other pets or anything. Like she's always just been great. And my mom needed to get rid of her cat, so I was like, if I could take the cat's cool with the dog. Keep the fucking cat. I like cats, And so I brought the cat over to the house to do the introduction, because I put it in a safe place, I put it high up and had the dog in.
Abby meet cat, cat meet Abby.
Right. Well, Abby's very energetic, and she fucking hops up and is like, hey, what's up, buddy? I've never seen a rapid fire like this in my life. The cat just sitting there.
Yep.
And, like, probably on, like, the 56th strike, Abby's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, fucking just starts, like, as soon as, like, Abby gets down, she realizes she just got lit up. I'm looking, and all this is nothing but beads of blood all over my dog's
Oh,
nose.
poor baby.
Right? Boom! Right on the fucking counter. Come here, bitch. Fucking cat's all up in my top of my cabinet. Abby can't fucking get there. She's, I can't keep this fucking cat.
Not
dude,
gonna
yeah."
work out.
But it was like the Matrix. Like I saw a blur. It's like looking into a fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was slow, but that cat was just like,
No, they're good with that. They're good with the fucking hands. It's crazy.
Like every one that I saw was a tracer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like out of a
Every
gun.
fifth one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like fucking. Oh fuck, dude. Cats will fuck you up.
Yes,
That's why I
this
don't
is
like
true.
them. That's why I don't like them.
Bob's 5 pounds.
When I was a kid, we used to play a game called Ninja Kitty,
Oh.
and we would just throw a little kitten at you, and
Oh,
they,
yeah.
you know how they fly, fucking. So we'd be like Ninja Kitty, and we'd just throw them at you, like,
Where do you get all these cats from?
dude, oh man,
Where
dude,
are all
they
these
was,
kittens coming from?
Cats coming. He's got so many cats over there.
well, dude, just in the neighborhood growing up, but fucking my work over here, they got all these tomcats, all these alley cats over there, where they get the bus yard and
You
shit.
can't actually catch them though.
No, dude, they feed them. They have them around because it like helps with the mice. And then they started feeding them. They're like, "Fuck, dude, why you fuck with the mice when I get that?" You know what I mean? Like, so one of them fucking. The next thing you know, I go into work and they're like, they got a light on like this basket, and there's fucking
Babies.
hour-old fucking kittens.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's what happens. You fucking feed these motherfuckers. They're getting all full and fucking.
Did you know
too
that
young for
cats
Ninja Kitty?
spontaneously ovulate?
Too young for Ninja Kitty.
That's why they breed so much.
They spontaneously ovulate.
That's
So
to
that
preserve
it's
the
not
breed.
cycle to cycle to cycle. They can literally ovulate and have it again whenever the hell there's a tom next to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's why they fucking have that moan.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're like, somebody just broke its back legs and it's dying.
Listen, I've been there.
Dude, one time I had
I
this.
get it.
One time I had this cat. Her name was Roma, and we were buying some beer. We were over on Rainbow in Charleston at the Terribles. I was buying some beer, and this cat. I opened up the door, and this cat's right there, and I was like, meow. And I was like, "What's up, kitty?" And she jumped right in my lap, and I'm like, "Fucking keeping you."
You're mine.
You know what I mean? Like you're rolling.
That happened.
She rolled with us the whole way. She's all cool and stuff. We got her. My roommate said, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Hey, cat." You know? And so then they all like her, like, "Dude, this fucking cat's cool, man. We're chasing shit." Well, dude, forgetting that it's not fixed, because grandma took care of that with it, she'd take it down and get the fucking wake up. And
Primal.
And they're
dude,
backing up on things.
Yeah,
too.
no, and that's the thing
Backing
is
their
I
fucking puss up on
fucking
things.
wake up.
No.
Yeah, they do that.
I fucking wake up, right? I wake up, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" My roommate's like, "What the fuck?" And the cat just got its ass up in the air, like fucking. Wow. And my roommate goes, "Dude, what do we do? Fucking pop it with a pencil, like fucking like, cause dude, the thing is out and it's like ready to receive,
it's
dude.
flowering.
Shit.
Yeah, dude, like she's in pain. She
It's,
needs
it's
needs
so
relief.
sad.
crazy, dude. That was like, but when
They'll
he said-
back up on anything too, just to get something up in that area.
When he said fucking pop it with a pencil, I was like, give me a number 2, dude. I need some sleep because this is
I mean,
ridiculous,
one of them
man.
Ticonderogas.
So like that weekend, I took her down. Immediately I took her down to the lead animal shelter. They do free fucking, or they were at the time. Took her down again. And it was the cutest fucking thing. When I get her back, she's doped up. She's like, "Hey," right? So then, like, when she got out of the box, she's black and white, like mixed. She got out of the box. She tried walking, and literally was doing the crossover paw, like staggering. Oh man, it was the best. It was just like a cartoon. Like it was hilarious. But I was like, "Fuck!" But that fucking sound.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's just like the smell of a
The
dead
kitties
body.
in
You'll
heat,
never forget
or
it.
the kitties fucking are real bad too. That gets
Oh,
a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and then all the other cats come around and watch.
Yeah.
It's like fucking crazy. I seen that in the fucking weeklies and shit. Like we were out bounty hunting, right? And there was like 2 cats fucking, and there was like just a stadium of other cats, like on top of
just
cars,
watching
on
shit.
the fucking carports. Like one was on the stairs. They're just like just watching.
Good.
Yeah, like
It's
fucking
good.
A.
I've not seen her do better work.
Yes.
Guy's
Yeah.
like, he's like, that's my move. He's doing right there. He's like,
Let the boy watch.
I got the one, the paw up in the front, the back paw up in the front, the paw on the head, just doing the whole head stomp from the
Yeah.
doggy style.
Brutal.
Do you think cats are pissed that we call it doggy style?
Feline fucking, I don't know.
Feline fucking.
Do cats get stuck
Yes.
like dogs? They do get stuck
Yes.
like dogs? Fuck.
Don't they have like the reverse barb? Isn't the cat? The cat.
Yeah.
It's got like the reverse barb thing.
I don't know what a
Just
barb
like
is.
dogs. Well, dogs know swell. Cats have like barbs that pop out like
In reverse.
this way
To keep it in.
They're coming, and then the penis, blah. There you go, live feed.
Where's
penis?
the clit?
Look, penis, barbs going this
Nobody
way.
knows. That's still a mystery.
The kitty clit.
Right? Is that kind of a decent?
That looks relatively normal. Yes.
But like it's kind of like that. Like so it goes in and then those things like just fucking hold it back. I mean, I guess I could Google cat penis. I don't know if the FBI is onto me by now.
I don't
Hey,
know
dude,
that.
but I'm gonna tell you what. That drawing there looks like fucking Captain Caveman with no eyes.
Oh
and
my
feet,
God.
dude. Fucking cavey.
There you go. There's the eyes.
He's like, yeah, dude.
It's the penis.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Barbs.
cat penis. Barbs. Oh man.
Look, I'm not even. There we go.
Dude, it was at the.
Scooting the fuck out.
So it basically just looks like that.
Oh, nice.
It basically just looks like that. That's why they make all that noise.
Yeah, fucking
That's why they're afraid of the cucumbers.
fleshy dick.
Oh man.
There you go.
What's that?
That's the cat penis.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck, huh? It's as rough as your tongue.
It's rougher than the tongue.
Really, it is.
I mean, I don't know from experience, but just looking at the photo.
That looks like my length, though. I'll say that. Like, I got that cat penis going on. Just long enough to smash into the clit. All right, now I'm using that's material. Sorry.
That's material. There you go.
That's material. But yeah, never seen a cat penis before, dude. The
Now you
balls.
have.
Yeah, it's crazy. That does like so. It sticks out, and then it has stuff that goes the other way. So like when it's swelled up, it holds it in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the cat penis is just like the cholla cactus. The cholla cactus has the spines that stick out, but on the spines they have microscopic spines that stick the other way. So when it pierces in, you go to pull it out,
You're fucked.
sets it like a fishing hook so it stays.
Yeah.
Fucked. But
And that's why I said I was afraid of the cat because my only options were the cat and the fucking cactus. Getting reverse barbed either way, bro. That was fucking.
you're mistaking Bob's agenda. He didn't want to fuck you.
You never know. It never got that far.
You know what? You're right. My bad. I didn't talk to him about that.
Well,
That seems about the right place.
as I say, yeah, cat cock reverse barbed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm usually, into the reverse grip every now and then, but
That's a whole nother level.
yeah, that's only for the adept over there. But yeah, Kim, you want to let everybody know where you're at, where they can find you, and all that good stuff, and definitely love to have you back on, maybe just you again or with other guests or whatever, what have you. But yeah, in any time you want to pop in, you're more than welcome.
I would fucking love it. Just let me know when. And as far as finding me, it's really easy. Most prominent on Facebook. Facebook page, Chaotic Kim, spelled normal. CHAOTIC space KIM. Really easy. Don't spell it with a K. That bothers me.
Chaotic Kim with a K.
I hate that. I hate anything like that. It drives me crazy. I don't like it.
Did you get mad at Toys R Us what the backwards are?
No, because that was my childhood, so I didn't think about it.
I know some friends that are like, dude, what are they teaching kids?
No, that didn't bother me.
You act like it's written in Russian.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter as well. Same fucking handle, all that shit. Find me hosting karaoke Tuesday nights at Backstage Bar and Billiards, 601 Fremont.
In Vegas, motherfuckers.
Yeah, downtown Vegas. That's it. Thank you guys so much for having me. This was fun. And yes, I will be back. Just let me know when.
Yeah, totally. Mikey.
Same old stuff. Easy_bail_bonds Instagram. That's the best place to find me. Or just Mikey Sliman on Facebook.
Hey, should we wrap up with something like, did we learn something today?
Reverse barb cat penis.
Reverse barb cat penis. Yep. Kim?
I've learned that Mikey's a giant pussy when it comes to fucking tortoises.
and cats. And
Well, I already
cats.
knew that.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't learn that today.
No, like I said, it's just a tortoise disclaimer. Like big fucking shelled animal on the other side of the door. That's all you need to know.
All right.
That's it.
I made the astute observation that I had made a connection in the world where two people with very strange names fought on social media on my post.
Yes.
Tron and Sean.
Yeah. And Sean, I don't know how to pronounce it.
I wouldn't even begin.
Yeah, I mean, I know it and I don't, but awesome guy. So, dude, if you're listening, fucking keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, fuck your PC culture. I love you. Good night.